I'm good to start whenever, by the way. I don't care.
Oh, I thought we already started.
Oh,
Your whole thing is you
no.
don't do intros. I literally thought we started already.
No, I didn't start yet just because I joined in the middle of a conversation. That's all.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah, I just hit recording because I know you just kind of just go. So just whatever you're good.
But we can just start now. That could be the intro. Okay.
Perfect.
Do an intro.
Nope. So we were just talking about how we want to do, what is it, a book club?
Game club. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so explain.
Well, I mean, how did this even come to pass, McDareth? I think we just brought this up on a show once as like an idea.
Yeah,
Or
I
maybe
think
it was during the
you brought it
subathon.
up as like an idea, something we could do, and it was probably during the subathon. Yeah.
Yeah,
I had an
'cause I
idea
think-
for this specific thing. I had an like before after hours was a thing. I was thinking about making a podcast that was this, but I didn't do it
sick.
because it was too much.
Yeah, well, we're just going to do it. I mean, basically, the thought process behind this is we're all playing a bunch of games anyway, right? Either streaming new games or talking about them on the show. And essentially, we want like content that's easy that can go up regularly. And so the idea is like everyone in our community once a month plays one game, right? And we could make suggestions for what that game is. Community could vote on it or whatever. And then the following month, we then could end up doing like a book club type thing, talking about the game, kind of similar to like what we already do with the roundtables. So it wouldn't really require, like if everybody isn't playing the game.
And this
if
would
there's,
be like
four
its
of us
own
playing the
video?
game. Yeah, and it would just be like its own video. We would stream
So
it
something I just thought about then that could be useful is chances are a handful of us are going to end up probably streaming the game anyway.
Oh,
when we
yeah, of
play
course.
it. So like you
Yeah.
can cut footage in.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
Yeah, because we'll already have this stuff anyway if people are
This is
streaming it.
kind of
playing it.
like the idea what I was planning on doing like halfway through last year where I was gonna start getting back into anime and I was gonna like watch it.
Oh yeah, I
Oh, yeah.
forgot
Oh, yeah,
you
you-
were going to
you
do
said
that. I
that.
forgot about that. Yeah,
I
yeah.
still might end up doing that. If people like the game club thing, I might just do that and have like one or two people hop on if they want to watch something that I'm watching. But yeah, it's pretty much the same thing in essence.
Yeah, for sure.
I remember on Japan Time, did you both agree that seasonal anime wasn't that good?
Apparently, the
People in the
disagreed.
comments didn't like
They
it.
were going crazy. I saw that.
Oh no,
didn't like
it
that
was
one
it was that the Roger said that like last year didn't have good anime, and that's what people were disagreed with.
Comparatively, yeah, which is not saying that like they were all bad. It was just that last year, I think, compared to a lot of other years, was slightly weaker than normal.
I couldn't have an opinion on it because I literally didn't watch any anime from.
And I think that's your sign. I mean, because you watch a lot of anime normally, and you just didn't care to this past year.
Yeah, as of recently, I've been way more into gaming than anime lately, so I just feel more involved when I play games than sitting there watching an anime.
Yeah, for
And I
sure.
feel like I'm
I've
forced
almost become the
to.
opposite. Not like
Really?
yeah, not like fully the opposite, but like when I have just time to kill, I'll just watch something. So nowadays it's like every time a new season of anime rolls around, I just am checking every day to see like, okay, new uploads, and then looking at them, reading the synopsis, seeing what seems interesting, and just trying some and seeing if I like them or not.
Yeah. Wait, what? What were you gonna say? Sorry,
No, I was
my
saying
bad.
I was gonna say I found some really good ones. Like that's how I found Wistoria. Like I wouldn't have just looked at that generally. I wouldn't gone out of my way to find it, but it's just like, oh, it's a fantasy anime with swords and magic. That sounds up my alley. And I watched it. It's like, oh, that's actually really good.
Yeah, I'm very much touch and go with anime. I don't know anything about.
I've been more in. I've been watching more movies than anything lately, so I don't know.
What did
Maybe
you watch recently?
the last thing I watched was Marty Supreme.
Yeah, you
That
like
movie was fire,
Fire.
by the way. That's a
Fire
great movie.
fucking
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. I also feel like that is
man.
the actual best movie of the year
What's it
because I've
about?
heard a ping pong
It's
player.
it's a biopic about a
Okay.
like a ping pong player in the 50s.
yeah.
It's hard to describe it without like talking about it too much.
Yeah.
I mean, the
But-
50s makes it funny by default.
Yeah, but like it's about a damn, I don't want to
Yeah,
say much. 'Cause
how do you describe it? Really,
it's
it's
about
basically this.
it's about this guy who plays ping pong and he's really fucking good, and
Yeah,
he wants to go to the championship, but he's broke. He's broke as fuck. So the whole movie's about him trying to find a way to get to the championship, essentially.
correct.
So he's like
And
hustling.
It's just him hustling and hijinks and everything all
Okay.
like across the movie. But
But
I'm
a lot of
telling you,
crazy stuff happens. Yeah.
it's
I don't know
like,
why I thought it was a
dude,
sci-fi movie from the
it
name.
is,
I
no,
don't
no,
know.
it is
no.
it is a snowball of a movie. Like right off the bat, I am telling you, this movie does not let its foot off the pedal, and it just keeps going and going. Dude, there was one. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil it. I'll just say it because Roger, you watched it, obviously.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Dude, when the scene with the bathtub, I was literally like, "Oh my fucking god, what is happening?"
Right. No, I even
Oh.
think, like, again, without spoiling anything, I think even the way that it ends is very good. Like, because again, this is like the journey of this really pompous, kind of like, I mean, he's a jerk. He's just like straight up a jerk, and he does kind of like whatever he can to make sure he can get to this tournament. But the way everything concludes and the way that the characters wrap up, it was just really a solid movie. And what I was going to say earlier when you were talking about it is right now is awards season, right? You've got like the Golden Globes just happened, the Academy Awards are happening. There's like a lot of stuff that's coming out. I feel like everybody is talking about one battle after another as like, oh, that's the best movie this year. Nothing else is close.
Is that the movie
I'm like,
you said? Or you asked if any of us have seen it, and I said, "Should
that's the
I?"
one. That's
I
the
still
one.
have to
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah, and I feel like Marty Supreme is like the actual best movie. Like I think that movie I really thoroughly enjoyed. And I feel like I've been doing a pretty good job this year of like watching a bunch of stuff that's been coming out that's like an Oscar contender. The only one I'm kind of missing right now that I still want to see is Hamnet. I haven't had a chance to see that one yet.
I was
Have
gonna
you
say
seen it?
no. I was gonna say the this is you. I think you had mentioned that you're like the best movie I've seen. Whatever thing, but have you guys seen If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You?
No, but I've also
No.
heard that's crazy good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's and I'm actually kind of mad about it. Like, kind of mad at how good it is because it's like, why? Why are you? First of all, Conan is amazing. This movie, it's kind of pissing me off because it's like, damn, man. Like, can you be ass at something, please? Like,
That's my goat, bro.
that is my goat. That's my actual
That's
goat.
why I heard about that movie too, and I was like, oh, I could watch it sometime. I just haven't gotten around to it.
It's really good, and like, yeah, Conan's my goat, but like, I think Rose Byrne is phenomenal. I don't think I've seen a movie that she's been in that's been bad to me. So I saw that, and then I saw what's that shit called? I saw like an okay movie. Is This Thing On with Will Arnett?
I got to see that still too. That's the stand-up comic one.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen the whatever,
It's like where he's going through a divorce or something.
yeah, where it's based on a real, it's based on a real comedian who tries, basically it's this thing of who's the comedian or who the actor?
The comedian.
I don't.
Will
It's
Arnett.
he's a British comedian. I'm not.
I need to look it up then.
It's about a British. It's based on a British stand-up of John Bishop.
Oh, okay.
Where he was going through a divorce, and like the premise is like he was trying to just go into a bar, and there was a cover charge, and he was like, "Why is the cover charge so high?" And the guy was like, "Well, it's a comedy club," and he was like, "I can't afford that." And the guy was like, "Well, just sign up. They're not going to call you." And obviously, in real life and in the movie, they call him, and the first thing he says is, "I think I'm getting a divorce." And so he basically uses stand-up as like a way of like going through his therapy, and like it also shows like that's like it's really.
I think that's what everyone at open mic does at low key anyway.
Like uses it like therapy.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
that's how
yeah.
it seems.
But it's really good, and Will Arnett is not like, it's one of those things where it's like you're not a dramatic actor, but he was very good in it, and I really like Will Arnett. Just doesn't.
He's also a pretty good Lego Batman. Like he's
Bro,
legitimately funny. Is that?
Bro, he is Lego Batman.
Yeah, right.
Like, what's crazy is that about Will Arnett is like I'm really high on voice acting. Like, I think it's a completely different set of skills. Will Arnett is like maybe one of 2 or 3 people I feel like could actually do both, and has proven he can do both.
Yeah.
Like, he can voice act and he can just screen act, and it's like no drop in quality.
You know who else can do that? And it's weird. It's not. I guess it's not weird, but it's just a random person. Is Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson can also do it.
Dude, he's
Dude,
amazing.
he's crazy in The Boy
He
and the
is
Heron.
amazing.
He's so
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Out of nowhere too. I didn't expect it.
Jack Black can do it.
Yep. Yep.
Tom Hanks can do it, obviously. Like, there's like Tom Hanks, obviously, Mark Hamill, obviously, might be the best. Might actually be the best. like no shit. Like, in terms of like being a high elite actor and a high elite like voice actor. Like,
like how are you the Joker and Luke Skywalker?
Isn't that insane?
Right.
How?
Isn't it like that's the world we live in?
And you're the most
one guy
iconic
is both.
version of both, potentially.
Like, one guy is both. Isn't that fucking nuts?
I mean,
Like,
he is. I think he is the most iconic voice of Joker for sure.
I think he's the best Joker voice. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
he's
Because
great.
everyone tries to replicate him in everything that you see.
well, it's the same thing where everyone tries to be Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
if
he's the
you
best
close
Batman.
if you're walking down the street and you close your eyes and if someone's like, "Hey, what does Batman sound like to you?" I think most people think Kevin Conroy's voice.
Yeah, they'll do the like a deep impression.
And then
That's why I think probably going with like emo Batman was a good move.
yeah, but they'll do, and if not Kevin Conroy, they'll do Christian Bale because that's funny.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like, I think with Joker it's even worse. Like, that might be like, I don't know if that's a bias thing or a hot take, but
That's just how the Joker sounds, no matter what.
I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say this anyway. I don't think, like, as good as The Dark Knight is, I don't think that Heath Ledger's Joker is propped up to the point of that it is if he doesn't die. Like, is that crazy?
No, that's
not at all.
real. Like, people definitely get more famous after like Michael Jackson.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't think Michael Jackson got more famous.
Well, no, like he became more valuable to people,
That's
basically.
But like, if I close my fucking eyes and be like, what does the Joker sound like? He sounds like Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. But they're how many like, because it's really weird with like comic books specifically. Like, I feel like comic books specifically can be like perfect casting. I think there are 5, maybe. Let's see if we all agree. So who?
Okay.
So I think the big one is Wolverine is Hugh Jackman. That's the big one, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And then Tony Stark is RDJ.
Iron
That's
Man.
the other
Yeah,
big one.
Yep.
Mhm.
I would say this is a hot take, but maybe not. I think Frank Castle is John Bernthal.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Not a hot take. I think he is the Punisher.
Yeah, for sure.
For
Yeah,
sure.
I think so. That's 3. I think Spider-Man, you can't do it because
Agreed.
there's too many. I think Charles Xavier is Sir Patrick Stewart, or
Yeah.
actually no. Even though I love James McAvoy, I think it's Sir Patrick Stewart. Like, I
It
think,
has
Yeah,
to be.
for sure. I think both of them are. I think Ian McKellen is
I agree.
Magneto too. Same thing. Yeah.
yeah, Ian McKellen as well. But like, okay, so like that's 5. like
That's it.
oh
I
no
can
no
see
no
this
Ryan Reynolds,
this
Ryan Reynolds is
conversation.
Deadpool.
Yeah, I can see this like conversation happening years and years and years into the future with different people, and the new Superman it fits into this.
Do you think so? I don't think so.
I feel like he might. He
Not
looks
yet,
like
no.
Superman.
So,
Yeah,
to be
but
fair, a lot of them look like Superman. Like even still to this day, even though obviously his later movies were not good, Christopher Reeves is
Superman.
I mean, like
Yeah,
none of the superhero movies today would exist without that original Superman
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
And like I think the other Supermen have been pretty good, but I don't think I think this guy who is Superman now would need to do it.
David
For a
Cornswell,
while.
thank you.
Right. He would need to be doing it for a while to then get to that.
Or like an absolute masterpiece has to come out. Like
The problem
imagine,
the problem with go ahead.
I was just gonna say like a Citizen Kane, but it's Superman has to happen.
Shit.
even with that though, I think with Batman, right? Like there's a lot of people who see certain Batman movies as like masterpieces, but I don't think anyone's going to, at least with live action Batman, which is I think why what you said about Kevin Conroy definitely sticks, is that is a generational thing. And I think a big reason because of that is like they will recast them every 5 years, right? So right when you're about to get to the point where someone is going to be like a legacy version of that character, oh, there you go. They've already like changed to somebody else. Whereas like, yeah, Tony Stark was Robert Downey Jr. for 25 years. Still, he literally is so iconic. They brought him back as a different character to save the franchise currently. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. Well, look, same thing with the X-Men, right? They brought back both of the old X-Men for this Doomsday movie now. And how old are they? They're both in their 80s.
Yeah. But I think with like it's beneficial. Like certain characters, I think lean more towards long-term casting than others. Like I think Spider-Man needs to change. That's a hot take for me, but I think Spider-Man needs to change.
Well, he always needs to be like a young guy, right?
Yeah, he needs to be. To me, Spider-Man, it can never be in the live action sense. The sweet spot is anywhere between like middle high school to just out of college. Because he's even in the video in the games, he's older. Like he's a few years removed from university. He's like a working guy. I prefer like high school, college Spider-Man in general than I think it's more interesting. But like, so you have to kind of recast him a lot. But like Superman, you can just get a new white guy whenever. You know what I mean? Like Batman, you can get like an old middle-aged white guy with brown hair like every 10 years or so.
I think it also comes down to how well the people that they get act as Superman, right? And how each Superman is written for whatever movie they're making. Because you can say Superman 2025 is a lot different from Man of Steel, right? But
yeah,
if they were casted as the same like if they both had Henry Cavill or if they both had David Corenswet in both of those movies, they would still be two different Superman because of how they were written. So you can argue that it is based on who they get for the character, but a lot of it is also dependent on how the character is written for whatever movie they're making.
Yeah.
And like I feel like until this Superman movie, Superman has been treated like shit a lot of the time. Like he's been like Batman versus Superman. All that is insane. That shit is crazy.
My thing, Batman, and this is just me being probably too hateful of Superman, which sounds crazy, but I just think he's such a boring character because like.
That's the problem. He's not supposed to be. He's supposed to be like he's supposed to be like an everyman that can do everything.
Yeah, but that's like the part that makes him unfortunately a little boring because he can be everything and because he's supposed to be almost unstoppable besides a mixed fictional made up kryptonite. It becomes like, well, what do you do to actually stop Superman? So like sometimes when Superman's most interesting is when they flip him and make him almost a villain that everyone else needs to contend with.
Well, it's the best runs of all Superman comics, or at least the most compelling ones to me, are the ones where that's why him and Batman are so like flippable, is that Batman's problems for the most part are always Batman problems because he ignores Bruce. Whereas Superman problems are very rarely Superman problems. They're all Clark problems. So, like, they're all about him balancing that because unlike Superman, like he actually cares about being a real person way more than Batman does. Like, Bruce doesn't give a fuck. So, like, all these arcs, which are probably the most interesting, like obviously the Injustice arc is the most
Superman,
famous one.
He loves the world.
Batman he loves Earth, and so like when you write a character from that space, also keep in mind Superman was supposed to be just guy to alien, Mister white meat, like fucking white meat babyface, save the day every week for these kids. Like he was never supposed to be a developed complex character. He wasn't written to be that. Where Batman was written to be a little bit more complex. Like Superman was just supposed to be like. Who is he fighting
like
up?
Beacon of hope.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like when people describe what they want from Superman. The same thing I always tell them is, well, you should just then read the Flash, because the Flash is the same thing but just infinitely better. The Flash is just exactly the same character in a lot of ways, but has all the things that people want. He's incredibly flawed, but he's super giga powerful. Like the Flash is busted.
So a lot of people like can't decide on what they want Superman to be because there's the side like I like the Superman that saves the squirrel. I like that Superman.
Right.
I don't like the Superman that punches Joker through the chest.
Yeah, but a lot of people I think you're.
But that's
you're
what
right.
yeah.
A lot of people like that.
It is. Don't you think a lot of it has to do like with the rogues gallery too? Because I think for me that's the weird thing is like with DC. I guess this is the case with Marvel too, but like the villains kind of cross over with the other heroes, right? And so a lot of the time, like the villain for Batman will be a villain for Superman. But I feel like when you look at the villains of Superman and Batman, as somebody who admittedly is like a much more casual kind of fan, right? Like the majority of my knowledge of DC characters is from the films. And I could name 20 Batman villains. I can name like maybe 3 Superman villains.
Name 20 Batman villains right now.
Here we go.
I bet I can name more Batman villains than you.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so here's what you'll do.
Weird ones.
Here's what you'll do. You guys will alternate until one of you with a 5% roll.
I like it. Let's go.
I'm looking. Wait, hold on. To make it fair, I'm thinking about between 1 and 100. Roger, go.
100.
Okay.
6, 7.
It was 31. So Coast, you go first, and you alternate. Coast, go first. Go.
Calendar Man.
Oh, good. All right, so we're starting there. I'm going to start with easy ones then, because I want to take these out. Ra's al Ghul.
Okay. Let's go, Mr. Freeze.
Two-Face.
Let's go, Talia al Ghul.
Professor Pig.
Let's
Batman
go.
villains are so weird, man. How do we go from all of this to immediately to Al Ghul's?
Let's go to Poison Ivy.
Did we do Condiment King yet?
No, you're good.
We haven't done Condiment King.
There, perfect.
Let's do the Penguin.
Harley Quinn.
I'm the Joker, baby.
Hugo Strange.
Ooh, true. Okay. Bane.
Man-Bat.
Hmm.
3, 2.
Hey, hold up.
One.
Catwoman.
Did we say Killer Croc yet?
No.
Killer Croc.
Dude, Killer Croc is right there too. Who else is there? Let's see. I'm trying to fucking think.
3,
I think
2,
Roger has me actually.
1.
Yeah.
I know I'm thinking of something.
Did we even do like? We haven't even dove into like Scarecrow or Riddler yet. I mean, I was
Scarecrow, Riddler, the Owl. I could keep going.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they really just have so many good iconic ones.
The only one I remember
Spider-Man?
that's like super
Spider-Man
funny.
has so many stupid.
Red Hood. I can keep.
Is Kite Man from Batman?
Kite Man. Kite Man's Universal. Kite Man.
Okay.
I think actually Kite Man is a Superman villain. Actually.
Also, the Phantasm,
he was
just
a
like from
Batman
one of the
villain.
best Batman
Oh, yeah,
animated
Phantasm's
films.
very good. I
that's
remember
great.
that. Is he like Mr. Penny? Something with a penny. All I remember because he dies by getting crushed by a giant penny, and then Batman just keeps the penny in his Batcave.
I'm pretty
Did
sure.
we even say
Batman.
Catwoman?
No, I said Catwoman.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we said
Catwoman. Yeah, I was like, that's a very basic one, but yeah, I mean, there's weird ones. I was trying to get the weird ones out of the way first, so then we can.
Yeah,
like,
but there's
Calendar Man just sticks out to me so hard. I don't. That villain is so dumb, man.
Who?
Calendar Man.
Calendar Man's sick.
Yeah,
You
What
guys,
does he
didn't even
do?
you guys didn't even see my goat, Solomon
What is he?
Grundy,
What
born
could
on
his
a
power
Monday.
possibly be?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Also, the cat. This is random. We're probably not going to bring this up in the main show, but that's like the reason to do it. Did you see the casting announcements for the new Batman for Batman Part 2?
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's all some.
So apparently, Harvey Dent is going to be played by Winter Soldier,
Winner, whatever his name is,
Sebastian
Okay, then.
Stan.
Sebastian Stan.
and then they're bringing back Colin Farrell, obviously, to be Penguin.
Wait, they're allowed to do that? Marvel actors are allowed to defect?
Yeah.
apparently.
Defect is crazy.
That's multiple.
Yeah.
That's happened multiple times.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they said Scarlett Johansson's going to be a character too, and she's
Yeah.
Black Widow, but she's going to be a
She's
major
dead.
character in this one too.
She's probably
I
gonna
guess
be Cassandra. Any money?
Oh
No,
probably.
I think she's Ivy.
Oh,
That'd be good.
social media's
Okay.
gonna go crazy with that one.
I'm cool with that. Yeah.
She's Ivy.
See, but if they actually did Poison Ivy, they should get the girl from Jurassic Park.
Oh,
Nice Alice Howard.
Yeah, they should have gotten her.
Unrelated.
She
Well,
doesn't-
most
she
is
doesn't
totally
give off
related.
Ivy
Actually,
vibes
I
to
don't
me.
know. I was
She
about
gives
to
off
say
like
unrelated.
wholesome vibes. You need somebody that's like a little slimy.
The Penguin show, one of the best shows I've seen.
Oh, really excellent. Yeah. I think we talked about it actually on Japan.
I fucking
good.
loved that show so much.
Yeah, that show was great.
yeah,
I
I hope
couldn't
they
believe
bring
it.
I hope they bring her back. The Carmine's kid.
yeah. Did anyone see, I think we talked about this on the pre-show last time. Has anyone watched Wednesday? Does anyone watch? Is there Wednesday enjoyers?
It's the Adam
I
Sandler
haven't.
thing, right?
Yeah.
Just me. I did start
do not.
Stranger Things and I just finished Wednesday and now I'm only because okay, so I haven't
Now you
finished.
Stop watching.
No, I have not stopped watching.
No, I say now you stop watching.
But why? I fuck
It's
with,
not
I
watching
fuck with
what?
David Harborough, bro. That's my goat.
It's not worth it.
But David Harborough's my
Stranger
goat.
Things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked Stranger Things season 1 and 2 a lot, but that's where
I mean-
I stopped.
See, my favorite was actually 3. 3 was by far my favorite.
Wait,
That was the mall one.
Is
Season
3
3's weird.
is 3 the mall?
3's the mall. Yeah.
Okay, 3 is where I stopped.
I don't think does anyone remember where if they did watch The Walking Dead where they fall off? Because every time I talk about this show, everyone falls off around the same
Season
episode.
6, I think.
It's hard because there's like a lull and then they add Negan and he
Yeah.
like carries the show for a long time.
For a long time.
So it's
It's like-
hard to
They leave the prison and
Yep.
then
Yep.
I definitely lose interest when Shane's out of the picture.
or what happens? I forget how the order of
Negan
operations
is the
goes.
baseball bat guy, right? That was the
Yeah,
second.
shit in our pants. Yeah, that guy.
Is it what was the name of the character with the eye patch? Is the mayor or something like that? Or
Yeah,
The governor? No, is it the governor?
it is the governor. Yeah,
it is the governor.
I don't know if he's still around when they leave the prison. 'Cause he forces them to leave the prison, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember that time of Walking Dead was very whatever, and I stopped watching. And then I remember one day my mom was watching it, and it was the episode where Negan's doing the 1-2 eeny meeny miny mo shit,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, what the fuck is happening here? And then I got back into it, and then I stopped again.
Every
Yeah,
time I
that
watch
actor's whole career is like I don't know what he was always famous, but like I feel like I saw him
Entourage, right?
yeah, but I would always see him as like an extra. Like he was in fucking Grey's Anatomy as a dying guy.
Wait, who?
a lot of people were.
Yeah, that's true actually.
Negan.
What's
was?
what's the
He's on
actor?
Grey's Anatomy. The guy. If
Negan's
you're talking
actor.
about, yeah, he was also in Watchmen. He was the comedian.
Jeffrey
in the
Dean
first
Morgan.
Watchmen
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
he's been in a bunch of stuff.
Basically now, whenever he's in something now though, he's playing Negan pretty much.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's a
he's
shame
fallen
where,
into
like, an actor gets casted in a role and does extremely well, and
Not everyone wants that character.
yeah, he's just typecasted to that specific type of acting he does, and everyone just wants him to do that. Same thing happened
Has the
with,
guy from Death Stranding been in anything else? Like the guy from the guy from Death Stranding who's in Walking
Norman
Dead.
Reedus?
Yeah. Yes, Norman Reedus. Thank
He
you.
did a
Nothing
spin-off-
major, I
he
don't
did a
think.
spin-off of Walking Dead, but that was it. I'm pretty sure.
Dang.
See, I like that when actors, obviously this isn't good for them to do that because it's their career, but I like when actors don't go into like when they're part of a long running series or something. I like when they stick to their lane and they don't start popping up in things, because then I'm just like, oh, why is this character here? It fucks me up. I don't know.
Jesus. I don't know. Like I mean, I would say the biggest pop off from The Walking Dead had to be John Bernthal, right?
Yeah,
Like, it has to be, right?
yeah.
Yeah, but John Bernthal was like kind of already a name.
Before The Walking, that was his big break, dude.
That was his breakout, but like he was still in.
He was
things,
acting his ass off. In
yeah,
that
he
show,
was
bro.
still acting for a long
No, he
time.
was. I'm just talking about like where he popped. Like he popped after that.
Oh yeah,
Like, yeah.
for sure. I think you could probably say that about a lot of the cast and the unknowns,
Oh
the
yeah.
general like
Yeah.
people you don't see in anything.
Breaking news, by the way. Breaking
Oh,
news.
Nintendo
Just
Music?
dropped.
What's on
Phantom
NSO?
Hourglass.
What's on NSO?
Phantom Hourglass is on Nintendo Music.
I knew it.
All right, let's go.
I knew it.
That's it.
I
Sorry to interrupt. I just saw it.
I
Popped
fuck
up.
with John Bernthal as Frank Castle so much. Hard body idea.
Yeah, it's a perfect casting.
It's perfect.
Yeah, I'm so excited for the Punisher spinoff coming up. I'm so
Punisher
excited.
and Daredevil were the only Marvel shows I liked.
Also,
I
that
like-
Punisher is in Spider-Man. They literally
Yes.
have talked about the fact,
Yeah,
he's
gonna
going to
be
be
in Spider-Man.
movie.
Which
Yeah.
is interesting because Spider-Man kind of stands for everything he
Which if in every comic, in every single comic, their interactions and their like, it's a very much a Spider-Man going, "Whoa!"
it's the meme of I think we got to kill this guy.
Yeah. It's very I love my favorite part about, and because they've never really done it because I don't think they've had the cast do it, but my favorite Spider-Man experiences are always, hey, he's flying around and he'll go into a mission or he'll try to stop somebody and he'll try to stop Kingpin, but he shows up to the building and Punisher's in the lobby shooting people's heads off, and he's like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
Like that's my shit. Because
Oh no, I just saw in the chat. I liked Luke Cage as well, just not the second act.
the first season of
second
Jessica
season,
Jones,
was not as good.
Jessica Jones, I thought season 1 was very good. Dude. David Tennant was incredible.
Oh yeah, to be fair, I wish they didn't kill that character because he
No, you
would
gotta
have
kill
been
him.
so good.
You gotta kill that guy.
His power's crazy.
You
Like,
gotta kill that guy.
whenever people say like, "What's the power that you would want if you had a superhero power?" I always am like, or people will ask this a lot on One Piece streams. They'll be like, "If you could have any devil fruit, what devil fruit power would you want?" And I'm like, I want the devil fruit. That is the Purple Man power, where you could just tell somebody
You're a
walk off the bridge
psycho.
and they do
You're
it.
a psycho.
I'm like, that's crazy good.
You're a psychopath if you want that. You're a
Every
psycho.
bad guy
You're a
in all
psycho.
of One Piece. No,
You're a
it's
psycho,
easily
dude.
the best.
You're a
No,
psychopath.
it's the
You're a
best.
psychopath for wanting that.
the
You're a
best.
psychopath.
You're a psychopath for not wanting that power. That's a crazy power.
You want the ability to
Just
control
say-
people with your pheromones?
No, well, it's not pheromones. He's just
It is
basically
pheromones. It is
Well, whatever
pheromones.
it is, it's a crazy power. It's amazing.
Bro wants the ability to control people with his mind. Bro's a psychopath.
Yeah, you can just say the fact that you can just say to somebody, "Go walk into traffic," and they just do it. It's incredible.
Do you hear yourself right now?
It's like that's a crazy
The perfect
superpower.
crime.
you hear
You
yourself
go
right
to,
now?
like you go to Superman and you're like, "Hey Superman, go fly like to wherever the biggest place of kryptonite is and just wait there." And then done, you beat him. Like
Also, the correct answer is super speed. The Flash is the most broken power of all.
I don't really want super speed though, because I feel like
Well,
I'd
like
be
this
accidentally
Flash,
running this
like
stuff
low-key
constantly.
cheats because of the Speed Force.
Yeah, he cheats, which is
He's
why.
not even moving fast. He's basically just teleporting.
Yeah, he is basically just teleport. Yes, Roger is
Like-
insane. Just give
I don't
Roger
think it's
the
insane
death
to
note.
want the Purple Man power. I think that is a legitimately good superpower. Because realistically, like flight would be cool, but like I also don't really. I could jump on an airplane right now. You know what I
Well,
mean?
see,
Like, I don't
people
really
always say
need to fly.
flight, but then it's like
Flight
flight
sucks,
is
dude.
definitely like it definitely is like running.
Flight's a bait. It has to be.
Like you can probably fly for like 10 minutes at most when you train because you're not a superhuman. You're probably like, okay, I'm gonna walk now, and you're out of breath.
The only other one that I would want would be like knowing every language, like that you are just a polyglot of everything, and no matter what,
Yeah.
if someone makes a new
Like
language,
dead
today, like, you
languages.
have that language. That would be incredible. That would be the only other one that I would choose. It's one of those two, and
Being
both
able
of
to
those
speak
have to
any
do with
language
speech.
that's ever been spoken ever.
Yeah. Speak any language or speak anything to existence. Like both
I-
of those are good.
I think that the worst power that people actually think that they want is the ability to read mind. You don't want that.
No, you don't want that at all.
I think people think they want it.
You end up giving yourself schizophrenia.
You will kill yourself within a week.
Yeah.
Like within a week, you off yourself. Like it's not. Like what was it? There was I forget which shitty anime, but it was like a guy had the. Oh no, It was from I didn't want to get hurt, so I raised my defense. When she gets the power, it's from Bo Fury, where she gets the ability to see, like she sees like only. No, it's not Bo Fury. It's Mushoku Tensei. What's that shit called in English?
Jobless reincarnation.
Yes, that one. Where he gets the ability, he gets that one eye that lets him see like 5 seconds in the future.
Yeah, and then he meets the like dragon guy, so he sees his own death.
Yeah, and he sees himself like that shit is nuts.
Is jobless reincarnation good?
No.
Yes.
It's like, okay, it is, but at the same time, it is fucked up. that's like the thing about it. The very first season of that show is, I believe, truthfully, fucking garbage. But then you get to where the adventure starts. The main character.
What about him?
What do you mean, what about him?
What about him is shitty?
Bro. Of jobless reincarnation?
No,
Rudius?
I know
what about him is shitty?
I read it. So I read it and watched it. I'm asking you what you think. What is shitty?
What I hate about him is literally all the fucked up, deviant things he does throughout. Like,
okay, so you don't like him because he's written the way he's written.
Yes.
Okay.
No,
that's different than saying he's bad.
I think it makes him bad personally because
you think that this guy who is supposed to be a deviant,
yes,
and then acts like a deviant,
yes. Because he goes no, but like he also just goes against the things he says. Okay, he finally
because he's a piece of shit.
Yes, I know, but it also makes me not like him because he is this way. But yes, because he gets slight spoilers. I won't say exactly who. He finally gets one of the girls of his dream after going to this college only because he had an ED and he was told going there would fix it. Because that's a wonderful main character.
This is
yes, it is. He finally gets the girl of his dreams, and she says to him, "Oh, but you can have another wife." And he's like, "No, I only want to be with you." Immediately goes out. The other girl that he likes, he saves her, and now it's like, well, I could have 2 wives. Why not? It's like this character is such a piece of shit.
Because he's a piece of shit.
I know that's like the point of him, but like it's just also like I don't really care about what most people say about anime and shit like that. I just watch it. With this one, sometimes when Crunchyroll had comments, I'd be like, oh, after the episode, I'll look at the comments. And people were talking about, his journey. I can relate so much to this character and his journey as he's growing.
That's weird.
And growing. And
that's
it's
weird.
Like, what are you talking about? This character
that's weird.
is such
it's the thing, Roger, that you and I have talked about with certain anime where it's like, I think we've had the conversation about media where your protagonist is unlikable, and they are supposed to be unlikable.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so the razor's edge you have to do with that is you still have to make it so that they are unlikable, but not to the point where you don't want to watch anymore, but you want to see if they redeem themselves.
I think we had this exact conversation about Subaru.
We also had this conversation about Wednesday.
About when?
Pretty sure we've had this conversation about multiple things.
Wait, you mean like Wednesday, like the Addams Family show you were just talking about? But I haven't seen Wednesday. I know like of Wednesday the character, but I haven't.
No. When we were talking about it, you were asking if it was good. I was saying,
oh yes.
Yeah. Where I was like, the problem with Wednesday. The point of the show is that she is what everyone says she is. She creates her own problems because she does not. She refuses to grow. So
Jared in the chat brought up a really good example, which is Neko from World Ends With You. That dude is just like the most annoying emo cringe boy in the beginning of the game with like his headphones on. It's like, I don't want to talk to people. I don't like people. I don't need friends. And it's like even though he is annoying in the beginning, it's not nearly as annoying as a lot of the characters I've seen in other series because of the fact that like the characters around him openly make fun of him for it. You know what I mean? Whereas in like a series that would take that and be like, well, it's okay. Like, you can grow as a character. Instead, like Joshua or what's her name? The girl from like the first chapter of that game, all of them, they all straight up call him out for it. And they're like, you are being annoying. You got to change. And then eventually he does, but he still has like those tendencies. So it never bothers you. But like for me, for Subaru, for example, with like ReZero bro like doesn't grow really. He's just always kind of annoying, and it just kind of falls in love with a different girl at a different time, depending on who's giving him more attention. And the show itself, you'd think like, you'll learn your lesson and you're going to do this thing better than make this other thing happen. But he's really just like optimizing the root as opposed to growing as a character.
Like, I feel like someone in the chat was like, "Oh, but Rudy has just had something super traumatic happen to him before that." I think that fits Subaru so much better because like that guy is getting fucked up. God's like that's the point of that show.
Nah, Rudy got. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hate. Rudy got fucked up.
I mean,
Rudy
yes,
got pretty
something seriously bad did happen to him. I will agree with that. But like, it's
Rudy
like
got giga fucked.
But like not Rudy is Subaru is literally it's like the point of RE0 is how gruesome this character is getting killed and trying to figure out how to deal with this, and the fact that he can't tell anyone, so he just puts up this air of everything's fine because if he doesn't, he will just like mentally crumble.
There seems to be like a theme this episode that we've been going through, which is like unlikable characters that can still be found likable. And like Coast was just bringing up Marty Supreme. Like I know I didn't even make that connection until we're sitting here talking about this. And I'm like, oh, actually, he's a good example of this. Well, because you're still rooting for him at times, despite.
I'd rather have like a character I'd rather have a character that's like unlikable than that you can kind of see if they get like.
I view Marty way differently than how you guys are describing.
How do you view Marty though?
I understand he was an asshole, but I like if the viewpoint of it from my takeaway from that movie was how desperate do you want to reach your goal, right?
Right. At the sacrifice of something else.
I took it from a viewpoint like because I played competitive Smash for so long, I was able to put myself in the shoes of Marty in that movie. So like I understood everything that he was doing, all of the grinding, all the scheming, everything that he was doing to prove that he is the best. So I was never fully going, oh man, this guy is such an asshole, blah blah blah. Like it's obvious that he is, right? But for me, it was much more of a I completely get it. And in some of the cases, I was like, that's completely justifiable, bro. Get your bag.
But I think that's my point, right? Is that like you found humanity in him, right? Like you can connect with it and relate to him, and thus makes him likable, even if he's like you can understand why he's doing the bad things. Like I think that's exactly our point. I think we're totally on the right.
No, because you can find humanity in pretty much any character, obviously.
Sure, but you can't relate.
That does not translate to you saying humanity equals what I don't even know what you just said. There was a word you used just now where it's like if you find humanity in someone you can like
likability.
That doesn't always translate like that.
No, it doesn't. No, but I think going back to what Tito was saying is the best characters have that likability even when they are doing bad things. Like that's what makes them interesting as opposed to just being, like annoying.
Well, there's like for example, right? So to take because I definitely see what McDareth is doing because McDareth is a very moral person. He's probably the best actually. Like he probably has the best moral compass of any of us.
But that's
because he's. But so he can't.
None of us pushed back. And
I mean,
I knew who was in the room. Goes definitely.
I knew who was in the room.
I said potentially.
No, you don't. Nobody argued with the thing I said.
No,
I wasn't arguing. I'm just.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I know who's in the room now. If Virum or Warchamp are in the room, I would say they're close. They're very morally. Righteous individuals. Us shitters? No, we're good. Like we're the shitting brigade, okay? But like, so I can see why he might not like that kind of, But I'd rather that than like, for example, I love Dr. Stone. I love it. I think it's dumb. I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying I like watching it. Senku is the exact same guy from episode 1 to the last chapter.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's the exact same guy. So. That's also that's a bigger problem for me. I like Dr. Stone because it's very brainless and very dumb. But like that's why I think I've said this before. My favorite pro tag over the last maybe 10 years probably is Demon School is the main character from Demon School is Iruma, because he is one guy and then you watch him. This is the key word, logically progress to become the guy he is currently in the narrative. It's not like I'm a fuck. Like he doesn't have that dude thing where like that anime trope where only traumatic experiences can change you, like which is like the trope I hate the most. Like only by your watching your friend die can you become a Super Saiyan. Like fuck you. Like that's not how people work. Like people don't do that.
Well, Saiyans do it.
Well, yeah. Well, Saiyans aren't fucking people, and I said it.
Whoa, we got a racist in here.
Yep, Frieza was right.
Yeah, freezes.
I was gonna say, because like I was enjoying Demon School. It's literally the start of the season when they show you that other side of him and they take it away, and it's like, wait a minute.
Oh no, they can't give that to you all the time, dude. They can't.
He was so cool though.
Yeah, I know. But they can't give it to you.
But
all
if
the
they
time.
do it all the time, then it won't be cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, I need to.
I also really
get back
like.
in.
I know someone mentioned in chat earlier. Fire Force is very good. I read it. It's a very pretty anime. I don't know if it's good actually. Let me take that back. But it's a very pretty anime. But that's my problem with. Yeah, Fire Force.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's my fucking problem with Solo Leveling. I mean, Roger, I read it when I was at your house.
Bro, yeah, and Solo Leveling. We've had this conversation, and I don't.
There's like 9,000
people
solo
upset
levelings now.
But I think that Solo Leveling, the manga is just, or the manhwa, I guess, is so pretty.
Yeah,
and I think, and it's not to say like I did a video about this, and people got so mad because I was like, the animation isn't that good in the anime. The animation is good, but it's not Solo Leveling good. It's like it doesn't focus on what makes Solo Leveling good, right? Like the particle effects, the really like beautiful colorization, the smoothness of some of the attacks. Like it uses a very jittery and still fluid. Like the animation is fluid, but it's a very jittery kind of scratchy style that I feel removes what makes Solo Leveling as enjoyable as it is in the manhwa. I was just so disappointed with that season, man, to the point where like, and that was my jam. I mean, you guys remember back in like COVID in 2020.
I know.
I was praising the high heavens how much I
Roger,
loved that series.
I devoured it at your place.
Dude, it's incredible. It's so good. Yeah.
I devoured it.
It's like the best type of series of that type of series. Yeah. And I just have totally fallen off.
It's that one shot, you know the shot I'm talking about, the shot where he fights the fucking bug. It's that one still?
Yeah, the first time. Oh, yeah.
Where they're fucking aura forming in front of each other.
Yes.
And in the manga, you're like, oh shit. And then you watch the shit, you're like, oh shit.
I mean, to be fair, it's the same as like when he's fighting the guy from Japan too, when he fights the Japanese hunter.
Oh yeah.
Right before that
the
arc,
guy.
Right? That sequence when he fights him is like so good in the manhwa. And in the anime, I was just like, yeah, I don't care about this at all.
You know what? Manga or anime that came out that nobody talked about but is so good is the remake of Kenshin. The Kenshin remake is phenomenal. It's perfect, actually.
Well, I think people don't talk about it because,
Yeah, there's a very specific reason.
That's why.
the guy.
What about the guy?
Right.
Oh,
The guy who wrote Kenshin is
about him?
literally a pedophile taking photos of like toddlers.
But like, but like he had so much of it that the police thought he was producing it.
Yeah. And the problem
That's why it
that
doesn't get
happens
talked
a
about.
lot within the anime community is like the guy, I forgot what his name is, but the dude that wrote Kenshin essentially lost everything for like 3 months and then jumped because Kenshin obviously is a lucrative property.
Yeah.
And they've done like great live actions, and the series is still like removing the artist from the art, right? The
Kenshin's
original
phenomenal.
Kenshin series is great, right?
It's a
And so
classic. I would call it a classic.
the problem is that a lot of the artists, like modern day artists, like Oda is the perfect example, right? Oda has remained on very good terms with him, and it's not only remained on good terms, it's like gone out of his way to like interview him to bring him back into the public light.
He probably paid his bail.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he probably did. So it's one of those things where it's like everyone wants to steer clear of Kenshin, and Jump consistently tries to like bring it back and have it where it's like, yeah, but remember like how good this series was? And it's, yeah, the series was good, but it's like the Cosby Show was a great show, right? But like no one's looking at
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
Cosby Show.
I can still watch the Cosby Show. That shit's so fire to me. I don't give a fuck.
I could still read the original Kenshin too.
I Believe I Can Fly, still a banger.
The weird
I
thing,
believe I can
though,
fly.
the-
We sang it at karaoke in
the very
Japan.
I know.
weird thing is that some of the weird rapey stuff Cosby did in real life, like kind of appears in some jokes that he tells in the show.
Yes, it does. With the with that, it's
but
that one
nothing
bit, right?
like in Kenshin. I don't. It's very not like that.
It's very not like Kenshin is
No.
You'd think that a dude that into it would have it
that into
You
it.
think? I mean,
all.
never mind.
all over the place.
Never mind. I was going to say. Never mind.
Yeah.
No,
That
you know what? You know what?
is
This is after
sick.
hours. I'm going to say what I was going to say. I was going to say you think a guy like that would be the one developing a hat in time, but instead he's making Rurouni
Oh my
Kenshin.
god.
Bro, why do you hate that game so much?
Yo,
What?
talk your shit, bro.
Fennell and I had a whole conversation about it recently about like that fandom in particular. Always gives me icky vibes. Every time I see anything shared about Hat in Time, I'm always like, ugh.
There's definitely
I don't
weirdos.
know.
You're not wrong.
There's a lot of weirdos.
You know what's crazy is that like the remake that Kenshin like
Galarian mouth pog. Sorry.
like
That's a good shot.
Yu Yu Hakusho is, I would call it. I think it's universally considered a classic anime, right? Like for sure.
Yeah.
So
No
like,
contest.
yeah. So it's like, and that I would argue is more relevant.
Yeah.
Like would age ages way better. Can you imagine in current animation styles with current money, the dark tournament style? Oh my god!
Oh, it'd be incredible. Yeah,
Oh
dude.
my
Dark Tournament
God.
from Yu Yu Hakusho
dark
redone. and
Yeah,
turned
no,
on
the
and edited would be great.
the whole Toguro arc would
The Toguro art would be.
it would
fucking-
make it like mainstream again. Like
see,
that's
nobody-
the
nobody
type of
has
shonen
any
people
issues.
like.
And nobody has any issues at all with Togashi. Obviously, Togashi's living his best life. He's over there like
Yeah.
No, people
delaying
have
his
issues
mom.
with Togashi.
Well, yeah, but
to be married
for-
to like the Sailor Moon artist.
People don't have
Like,
issues for
hey,
Togashi for illegal reasons.
Yeah.
right.
They have
That's
issues
the thing,
with
like that-
Togashi because he can't stop
They have
playing.
personal issues that
That's what I'm
they
saying,
don't even
Togashi.
know the guy, so.
Right.
He can't stop playing
Dragon
the
Quest.
idol game.
Uma Musume.
Yeah.
Wait, is Togashi Musume now?
No, he likes. I thought he liked an idol game.
No, I mean he notoriously
Brown-
loves
Brown
Dragon
does
Quest.
too,
It's been
is
like
what
a
he
whole thing.
loves.
Yeah.
I do want to ask Roger specifically because I don't think I've ever actually asked you. We want to talk about it on the show. What are your thoughts on Kaiju number 8?
I like it, but I think it doesn't quite live up to the hype of like when I first read it. I think reading it initially was like, oh, this feels very different and cool. And I feel like by the time the anime came out, first off, I think the anime is a pretty good English dub.
I agree.
Specifically, which
I agree.
is not normally a thing that I feel, but I
Mhm.
feel like the English dub specifically of that show, I think works.
Very good.
But yeah, I don't know. It didn't stick with me the same way. I remember like not quite devouring it when I was reading it, but being like,
Yeah.
this is pretty cool. And now with the anime, it's like I tuned in for a couple episodes or like looked at a couple moments and I was like, this is fine. You know, I wasn't like hooked to it. The thing I still really like of any of like the new anime is Dandadan, man. Dandadan's got a lot of weird shit in it, but like Dandadan is genuinely fun.
Do you think your I'm gonna use a D&D analogy because it's the closest analogy I have. When you play
Sure.
D&D for a long when you first play D&D, you are learning the game and you want to play like your elf ranger, you want to play your big orc barbarian. Then you go to a point where you start to make like really deep back characters after you play for a couple years. And then you're so enfranchised that the only thing that gets you excited is making weird fucking characters that don't make any sense until you go back to the cycle. So it's like
it's a hill. It's
a graph or whatever that fucking graph that
Bell
you know what
curve.
I'm talking about.
Y equals mx plus b.
Yeah, it's a
type
bell
shit.
curve. It's kind of like a bell curve where it's like
You start off simple. You do your like, yeah, I'm a fucking elf ranger, and then you go, I am a level 4
halfling
warlock
artificer rogue barbarian.
warlock of the Jinn, and it's like, okay, man, and then fucking 2 years later, I'm a gnome bard, and I eat shit every time I sing a song. It's like,
That's my instrument.
Okay,
My
man.
instrument is shit. Like you get weird because you're so enfranchised.
Sure.
I say that. Do you think that how weird Dandadan is? Like, do you think that's applicable to how you feel about Dandadan? Where it's like because it's so fucking weird and you're so entrenched in anime and anime tropes, a part of the appeal to you is how fucking weird it is.
Maybe I don't know. There's just like there's a quality about it that I can't even really pinpoint. Like I think if you're talking about modern shonen, right? Like I've seen a lot of shonen in particular, which
Right.
is like I think what you're getting to,
Yes.
where it like feels very different from all of other shonen. I still think there are like other shonen, like Spy Family, I think is a good example, right? Spy Family very clearly is shonen, but like does
Very
different things.
Very different.
But it still is like within that context.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And so
if I may, because I think what it really is, in the simplest of terms, is that it is unapologetically goofy, and I think a lot of the anime or manga nowadays are just doing now. That's just the trend now. Is that
maybe
they don't care of following a trend or whatever. They just, like, whoever's writing it, they just pour out their type of comedy into the pages.
to be fair, that's what made me like a lot of early One Piece. You know, a lot of early One Piece is very gag heavy, goofy, Oda humor. And then as you get deeper into it, obviously now, not to say it's bad, right? It's good still, but it's a lot of like lore and action and character drama. And I think having something that's refreshing, kind of like that early One Piece, that early goofy kind of stuff. It's like the same reason I can go back and like read a volume of Sergeant Frog in an afternoon when I just want to laugh a little bit. I kind of feel like that's how I feel about Dandadan. And like you said, the super weird stuff, I don't know, like with a lot of anime, I'll watch it, and if it is too weird, it immediately turns me off. And I think it's weird in the way that Coast is describing, with like the sensibilities of like early 90s anime, that maybe also kind of hits like a nostalgic thing in my brain. Does that make any sense? Of like, you know what I mean? It's nostalgic in a way, with, even though it's new, where I feel like it feels familiar to me. Like I've watched something like this before, and I remember getting enjoyment out of this as a kid.
It's just weird enough.
Yes, yeah. I think if it was any weirder, if it skewed like even an iota weirder, I don't think I would like it. But I think because of the level that it's at, I find it very funny.
Is that because is it like, because the thing that I don't like it, but like I think I am not. I know a lot of people who don't like it, but I also know a lot of people who really like it, and I think it's just a matter of like, can you get past? Like, does how weird and unabashedly weird it is, does that turn you off immediately, or can you get past it? Because because what they do is like they throw the weird thing at you, and you're like, can you handle how weird it fucking is?
Right,
right. And then you wait like 30 seconds, and then they reel back and they go,
yes,
okay, well here's her grandma who's like, this is familiar, hot cool grandma. That's a familiar anime thing. The main character is a little nerdy. Like, that's a thing from all anime. Like, weird plot. Like, here's fucking robots with corkscrew dicks, and then they're like, whoa, like,
right.
like. So it's like it's kind of like, we're gonna hit you in the gut, and if you're still standing, we're gonna stop hitting you for a little bit.
That's actually a good way to describe it, right? Those first 3 episodes are like with the golden balls and like with the, like you said, the corkscrew aliens and stuff. That is kind of like the worst it gets. And even then, because it's so different at the beginning, you're like, what the hell? I have to keep watching now. Like, what is this? I don't know. I like also the style of it. Like the actual, not just the animation style, but like the music, the vibe is fun and different. I also personally like, in real life, like I like aliens and ghosts. I've always been interested in the occult, which I think a big reason why I liked Sergeant Frog as a kid, because it's very much that. It's like these alien frogs, and the main kid that like adopts them investigates ghosts. And so the whole thing is like ghosts and aliens. And that's literally Dandadan, is ghosts and aliens and psychics and stuff. So it has like a weird Earthbound vibe to me, which is, I know, a weird thing to compare it to, but like I think the wackiness of Dandadan is very reminiscent to Earthbound and the Mother series to me.
I see that for sure.
You know what I mean?
Just playing that game recently too, I can back that comparison.
Yeah.
But I also think it's like, you touched on it a little bit, where it's like it'll play a gag. It's episodic in a way, where it'll play a gag for like one short like arc or like a couple chapters, and it'll be like, haha, here's like, for example, like corkscrew dick robot guys, right? And I'll be like, oh my god, what the fuck? This is so weird, haha. But then it like flips it on its head immediately, and it gets extremely serious, and like it does a 180 from being a comedic series, very lighthearted, very goofy, to very action packed, like rapid writing and just very in your face with everything. And that's what I find charming about the series.
Yeah.
Do you like? Did you mentioned that you recently played Earthbound and like you were backing up the comparison? I'm assuming you also really enjoyed when you played Earthbound then.
Well, yeah, for me, it's the reason why I said I like that comparison is because when I was playing Earthbound, there would be like small little moments where like a quip would be just thrown in on some random NPC's dialogue, and I'll be like, that was charming, that was funny, I get that like joke, that was funny. Let me continue on with the story and you know, do all of that. So it's that perfect example of, you know, being silly when it can be, and then following the structure that allows it to be silly in those moments afterwards.
Right on.
Like I said, I think I know plenty of people who like it, obviously. I think it's just one of those things where you get hit with those first 3 episodes and immediately you decide if it's for you or not.
Yeah. It is definitely something where like, yeah, you either like it or you don't like it. And to be fair, I kind of feel like the Mother franchise is like that too, right? Where like people will always say, oh, they want Nintendo to make another one, or like, but it is a very specific taste. I feel like the closest thing nowadays in terms of games to the quirkiness of that original Earthbound is like Deltarune Undertale. Like I think the Toby Fox fandom, that type of fan, I think could find a lot of appreciation in like the Mother franchise. I think they have very similar sensibilities. And yeah, again, there's a lot of people who, you know, as much as people like Undertale and Deltarune, there's a lot of people who do not like those games too. So again, they're not for everybody, but I think some of the best art isn't necessarily for everybody, you know?
I super agree. That's why I'm asking, because I think it's really interesting to see why certain people like what they like.
Yeah.
It helps me be like, oh, okay, like maybe I'm in a wrong, fucked up space, and maybe I could revisit something, you know, that like maybe I was looking at it wrong. That's actually how I started playing 14 again, or not again, but like how I started playing 14. Like I did not like it.
In the start of that game, it was kind of rough.
Yeah, I hated 14. Like I thought this was fucking boring. I hated it. And then my friend was like, well, because I'm used to playing games and trying to do everything. And he was like, well, don't do that. Just don't do that.
Yeah, especially in like an MMO like 14, yeah.
Well, because I was playing Guild Wars before that, and there it's like very like complete, like not that Guild Wars still MMO, there's a lot of shit in it, but like nowhere near the amount of 14, but they kind of encourage you to do everything, where 14 takes the approach obviously of like, we don't give a fuck if you do it or not, but it's here when you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
And so my friend was like, no, like just do the part you want to do and that shit will be there later. And when you change that mentality, you're like, oh, this game is actually fucking sick. And then now we have the best raids of all time. Goat raids, by the way. Goat raids, Roger. Goat raids.
I gotta catch up, man. I just gotta find time.
Goat raid.
I gotta find time. I still have not picked it up since the end of Dawn Trail. And I don't know if I'm going to until the beginning of whatever the next.
I mean, you got a year.
Not.
You got a year. Year and a half.
You say definitely not?
Expansion. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the next expansion. If I even do decide to go back to playing, because I don't even know if I want to.
Yeah, Dawn Trail is.
If you choose to, I will play with you. If you like want to,
Roger, I'm gonna be so real. I do not want to play with you, man.
Yeah, I know. I
know. Watching you play 14 was holy shit, bro.
I won't lie. My raid group did watch like the VOD of you doing like the dungeon before.
Oh no.
Valgamonda, like the dungeon that leads up to him. It was so funny. We were at SmashCon watching that. It was hilarious.
Holy. I mean, Roger, you do you, bro. You and I watch cuts. You and I do have the same cutscene policy, so I can't even be mad at you.
I mean, I watch.
Oh, you skip anything that's not voiced?
Yeah, if it's not voiced, bro.
I watch it.
Yeah.
I'm like, if it's a side quest, I don't care, but main story stuff, I watch, read everything.
in these raids, I read everything. I'm not gonna hold you. These raids I read it because the raids aren't ever voiced.
Yeah, and it's all wrestling themed. I'd be surprised you did.
Yeah.
Skip it.
Yeah, I definitely did not skip that.
Oh, Velgermunda, that was like now I'm remembering now. That was from
Big ass dragon.
Yeah, that was done.
Yeah.
That was like the bird dragon thing.
Big ass bird.
Yeah, I remember. I just looked it up. Yeah, I definitely did. Oh, yeah.
Bali Darmanda.
Now I'm looking through this again. Yeah.
I remember
funny.
Roger was trying to do one of the first 3 bosses in Dawn Trail. I forget what it was.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's the lizard guy. The lizard guy in the throne room. I was stuck on that for so long, and I should not have been. That was a horrible experience.
Jaja?
No, fuck, it's not.
It was the.
Is
It
it
was one of them
Zeralja?
where-
Zeralja, right?
Zeralja sounds right. Yeah.
It was one where it was literally just like.
Did he have 2 heads or one?
It was a one-on-one sequence.
Oh, okay. Then,
Oh.
yeah, no, you're right, Tito. You're right.
Yeah, it is Gulu Jaja. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
And
then. It was.
I remember he was like, oh, this is so hard, but he just wasn't doing the mechanics properly, and I'm like,
Well, because I didn't. Well, you taught me. To be fair, I was glad that you watched that because you told me like the hotkeys and the timing. Because you're right. Like I literally just needed to wait for the cooldown and feel myself.
Weren't you stuck on Vanat too until War Champ came and coached
Yeah.
you?
Yes. Yeah, I was.
I remember that too. That was actually hilarious.
That was funny.
Not gonna lie.
But it was fun. Like I enjoyed myself. Like
Yeah,
even though it was goofy and people were making fun, it was an enjoyable experience. You know, like
If you
I
had
had
fun,
fun
bro,
doing
that's
it.
all that matters, man.
yeah.
True.
But I don't know. I don't know necessarily like if I would hop back in again either.
That's why I'm
I
playing
also kind of feel like the
right
story
now.
at the end of Endwalker was also just really good.
Yeah.
Where I feel like it was a good final kind of moment where it's like, if this is where I end it, this is where I end it. I'm cool.
Well, Endwalker is. Oh my god. Endwalker cracked.
They set themselves up so
was
well
fun.
for like a cool end, but then it's like, well, we still want money, so we're gonna keep going. And it's like, where do you go from here?
I
now
am
you-
curious, like how is the game doing currently?
I mean, so it was not doing great but this, I mean, okay. Everything I'm going to say is actually very normal because this is always what happens. It just happens. It's just more, I guess for lack of a better term, it's more exasperated because you're in a post Endwalker world where they're starting from zero again. So they are doing well. The community is still playing. However, because they're in kind of like a rebuild phase, it just feels like the game is in a worse state than it actually is. But so because what they're doing is they're not sacrificing. They're prioritizing QOL over content. So like the content that they're putting out is the same thing that they're always putting out, you know, raids, which are, I think, some of the best raids. I think I think it's the best raid series in the whole game. The dungeons are getting, you know, some of them are really good, some of them suck, but that's normal. But the problem is for a lot of people is that there's just not enough actual full new content at a pace that they're happy with because everything else in the industry is so much faster and they don't change their dev cycle. Like they're like, fuck you, we're going to take time to do it at the same pace, but they're also increasing the view of quality of life. So, example, the glamour change is huge. Like,
Yeah, that was big.
it's a big glamour change. Roger, did you hear about that?
I didn't know.
You
Other
can
than the
now-
fact that my Vieira can have a straw hat now. That's
No,
all I know.
but now any glamour on anything, like it's not job locked anymore.
Yeah, like you can wear black mage armor on a warrior.
Oh no, I didn't know about
Like,
that.
yeah,
That's
glamour
actually
is-
awesome. Yeah.
The glamour is free to go, but you still have the same number of glamour plates. That's just a whole other issue. But like, it's that thing of like they're just it's a combination of people want more content to do at all tiers of play, but the demand is higher because that's just the pace of the industry. But Yoshi and the team are just like, well, fuck you. We're just gonna like, why would we? No, we're not doing that. We're just gonna do it at the same pace we've always been doing, which I think is correct. I don't know if that answers your question.
No, it does. It does. Yeah. I don't know. I'm so overwhelmed with like games nowadays.
Yeah, that's,
Like, I
that's
really-
also a big thing too.
It's just I'm so and so to me, like the idea of now playing catch up, like I loved Genshin for a while there. I really liked Genshin, and Natlan didn't grab me, and then I kind of dropped off, and now I'm at a point where it's been like a year and a half where I have no desire to go back, and I think a huge reason for that is like, and even with Zenless, like I've heard from a lot of people, Zenless is really good, and I've tried Zenless, but the reason I think I stick with Star Rail still is having that auto battle for your dailies. Like I think that makes a huge difference. The fact that I could turn it on for literally 5 minutes in the morning and still have my characters being built to be super strong. So whenever the next content drops, I could still like play through it normally. Whereas with like Final Fantasy or with Genshin is another good example.
Zenless.
It's like Zenless, when I drop off for a bit and I'm no longer like part of the meta because I literally cannot go in and find the time to build up everything to get to the point where it would be the meta, which normally wouldn't be an issue if I was only somebody who played like 4 games or something. You know, if I was only playing like Resident Evil Requiem and Yakuza in a year, right? And then all the other games I played were just ongoing things like Genshin or Final Fantasy, like great. But I don't, and I wouldn't care to. Like I like playing all the new stuff. It's fun. And most of us on the show do. I love playing the old shit. Like I love going back and playing retro stuff. It's fun. So
Yeah.
I just can't find the time.
Yeah. I dropped Zenless and I was really into it. Like I only play Cookie Run now because it auto battles and I can do it in 10 minutes.
Reagan's a huge Cookie Run fan. You two should add each other.
That's because I will. That's because Reagan's my fucking goat, dude. Because Reagan's my fucking
Cookie Run all
goat.
the time. Yeah.
My fucking goat.
I'm trying to get back.
Wait, did you
guys-
Run?
Oh,
Cookie Run Kingdom.
Cookie Kingdom
What,
or
Dareth?
whatever. The one with like the wicked thing, the crossover.
Yeah. All right.
That's
All
the
right.
one. That's the one.
Yeah, I'll hit up Reagan and I'll be like,
Yeah, do
yo,
it.
add me goat.
She will. Yeah.
I know she will.
I was trying to get
Also-
back
I also-
into
as an
Zenless because
aside-
I do like Zenless Zone Zero. It's just, again, it's the thing of like, this is not a game I can auto. I need to actually play to do this stuff.
Right.
But
right,
they've made it
That's
at
the
this
tough
point
thing
where
about
it's
it.
not so bad. It's like every 2 weeks you do CU defense. Every week you do a quick run of their like weekly dungeon, but you can do the dungeon in like 20 minutes now. So it's not too bad, but it's just been a bit. So I need to get back into it.
I also love the idea that the fact that the first time Ricky and Reagan met, I was there. That's so funny.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That's a real
That
story.
is crazy.
They didn't meet until recently?
They didn't
No,
reach
no,
Japan.
man.
It's a
Crazy
crazy
as
first
fuck.
time.
That's fucking crazy.
Isn't that nuts? I know.
That's
He doesn't
but
go
that's all
anywhere.
Ricky. That's Ricky's fault. That's Ricky's
Oh,
fault.
100%, dude. Rick,
Yeah.
I'm stunned even that you guys met him. It's amazing to me. I still was blown away by the fact that the first person to meet him was Vera.
Virum?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean,
He-
actually crazy to think about.
He needs to be locked up, dude.
Yeah.
Lock that guy up.
So funny.
Did you guys want to do these viewer questions? People
Oh, sure.
sent in a
You have
bunch.
viewer questions?
Yeah, throw him.
Yeah, I told people to send some.
As long as we're
Okay.
not stupid.
Okay, well, some will be. The first one is from Parks99 asking if Champions will have like a Pokemon Go level explosion. It won't. It just
Nope.
because it's not
Yeah, no.
It's
Gen
not
1
polarizing
Tender
enough.
and Kanto and mobile game. Yeah, it's just not. It won't. It'll
Speaking-
make
remember-
competitive
you know how
Pokemon
everyone-
more popular though.
You know how everyone's been harking on like 2016 throwback shit, and everyone was like 2016 was like the best year ever. Pokemon Go was a huge factor for that.
110%. Yeah, of course. And then
Yeah, 'cause it
Harambe
was
got
world
shot.
peace for a week.
And then everything changed.
Yeah.
When the Fire Nation attacked.
That's right.
But
Do you
yeah,
guys
I think-
think this is on a random aside?
Oh.
Because I feel like you would probably know this, Zev. Like, Joey and all the, Blunder and everybody. Do you think they're going to move to Champions or stick with Showdown?
Showdown.
I assume they always will just be on Showdown because Champions still has restrictions and stuff. Like there's like moveset restrictions and like there's a roster of Pokemon. Like not every Pokemon is on right away. Or something. I don't know.
I'm just curious, like, what their content is going to look like when that comes out. And if
I
'cause I think it's
Pokemon
gonna-
it'll get more popular for sure.
Yeah,
But
but
it won't be
I
like,
think it's
oh.
going to be telling to see like if the competitive Pokemon content creators like jump on it, or if it after a month they're like, no, we're just going back to Showdown.
I think it'll flop, to be real. Like that's actually I I think it'll flop. I think it'll be a thing that people will do for a little bit. And I think it'll drop off harder than fucking like anything. Because it'll be too cumbersome.
Yeah, it'll probably just like because Showdown is just instant. But if they make the battles actually look good, then maybe they look like shit. Like the battles look worse than in ZA.
Yeah.
In Champions.
Yeah. Yep.
The next question, it's not a question even, like really. I should skip it, but I just want to read it out loud. It's from Coot. Is the rogersbase incident when he stuck a turd in the Muppet Babies book or something entirely different? Well,
what?
There's a lot of rogersbase incidents. So
sticking the turd in the Muppets book? What?
There's one where he fucked a pizza. Is that what he's talking about?
Brother, what are you talking about?
There's all kinds. Adam, you don't know about the Muppet thing?
No, what the fuck is that?
When Roger was a baby, he put shit in a book.
What the
he
fuck
can explain
is
it better than me,
man?
I'm sure.
What is wrong with you?
I was 2 years old, man. Like, come on.
You had a fucking brain at that time.
You had a fucking brain is crazy.
This one's for McDareth from Ragged Panic. When you appeared on Japan Time for the first time, what made you want to stay?
The way that's
That's crazy.
That's a real question.
So my very first episode was the one following Apex. Was that 2015? The one with the roof caved in. I was like,
yes.
So I met at that Apex. I met Mike, Roger. I had met Shofu before then, and Warchamp, and I already knew Viram. So I met a bunch of people from Japan Time, and I was already listening to Japan Time. So it was more of I just like Japan Time, and then the ability to be on it was nice, and then eventually I just kept showing up as a guest, and then I didn't leave. so it's not really what made me want to stay. It's I like the show.
Many such cases, by the way.
I will say McDareth is probably Japan Time's #1 fan.
Yes.
For sure.
Oh, 110%. Yeah, for sure he is. Yeah.
This one's from number 39 Utopia, the Yu-Gi-Oh card. What are some games that you found extremely difficult or impossible as a child, but easy today? I remember there's for me, it was Mega Man. When I was a kid, I couldn't beat any Mega Man games, but now I can without even thinking about it.
Oh, the original
Probably
Final Fantasy VII. When I first played that as a kid,
okay.
yeah, because when I first played as a kid, the Scorpion tank in the U.S. translation, it tells you to attack when the tail is raised, but that's wrong.
Oh,
you're not supposed to. So I I never beat that thing because it's just I kept doing it. It's
I feel like everyone has games like that though. You've seen when you play it as a kid, you've seen the beginning of the game 30 times, but you can't get past the start, so you've never seen the rest of it.
Yeah,
that was me with the F-Zero on Game Boy Advance. I remember I being so blown away by the graphics of that, and that when I got a Game Boy Advance that summer, I got that F-Zero game, and I was stoked because I had known Captain Falcon from Smash 64, and only my friend had F-Zero X. I didn't have it as a kid. So I was like, I'm finally going to play an F-Zero game. I'm so excited. And I literally couldn't even get through 2 circuits. I think I maybe struggled to get through the first one. And even then I was like, why is this so difficult? Why does it control like this? Which is crazy because now I love all the F-Zero games. That's a great series. But Maximum Velocity in particular, that first GBA one, man, I think I've seen that first circuit of that game more times than any other racing game.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a few games where I've seen, when I was a kid, I've seen the beginning of it so many times, and then when I grew up, I finally played it again, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, as an adult, it's super easy, yeah, comparatively. Especially if you're playing F-Zero 99 regularly with the boosting and the drifting. It's oh yeah, it's not a problem at all.
Only have one answer.
What?
Blaze Blue Calamity Trigger.
Interesting. Okay. Go on.
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right.
The next is from
Digimon World 1.
Oh, okay. That's like the Tamagotchi ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are so complicated, dude. I don't know how kids were supposed to figure that shit
How
out.
the fuck was I supposed to learn how to not like? All I
You're
ever
supposed
could
to
do.
let them die. I have to let my friend die.
How was I like? All I could do is make my Digimon take a shit. That's all I learned how to do.
Dude, speaking on like how were kids supposed to figure this out? When I was playing Earthbound, how the fuck were kids supposed to figure out how to play that fucking game?
Well, that game came with the guidebook.
Yeah, but not everyone would have had the guidebook. You know, people rented that shit.
Yeah.
And there are very crazy bosses in that one where like you heal yourself and then you die basically, or like you've got the weird enemies that you can only.
It's not even bosses. Moves. It's like sometimes you got to figure out where to go, and you got to fucking
the entire monkey dungeon
codes. Yeah, like
right. Yeah. Saturn Valley and even
All right, next.
The next is from Zuyuri, just saying, when's the next Japan Time Cipher? My bad. When's the Japan Time Cipher?
Chicago.
Whenever we are all together.
Yeah, that shit is never happening.
Never happening. Next question.
It has to happen.
It has to.
It has to happen is crazy.
And the next marathon.
Has to happen.
Next marathon, bro. What?
Isn't that going to be the in-person one?
Yes.
Well, we're like streaming. Yeah. That'd be fun. I don't think it's going to be a marathon though. I think it's just going to be like we'll be streaming from the house.
Oh no! I'm not talking about Chicago. I think you and I talked about the next time we do a subathon, doing it in person as an idea.
Like if we were ever
and like having a room dedicated.
We
to it.
we all go to Roger's house and stream 24/7.
Sure.
Um,
And then McDareth can look at Reagan and say "Stranger Danger" again.
Bro. I actually can't ever say that again because now her family knows it. So it has to stay buried.
Insane work.
Now her family knows it. It's crazy.
Literally going to Reagan's mother's house, and then like her mother goes up to Roger. So who's Stranger Danger? It's like, no, this has to stop.
That's crazy.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
What game? All right, this is from Cosmic Drifters. What game would you pick if your life was on the line? You have to beat the other person in a best of 5. Any game?
Any game?
If I was
Urban Reign.
If I was in my prime and had not played Ultimate, Smash 4.
No, it has to be right now. Right now,
it would be Ultimate. But if it was like my best version of myself, it'd been Smash 4 era.
Wait, is it now? Is the condition? We're making this up. This wasn't in the question, but like, is the condition that like it's a random person? Like meaning that they will pick a random person because that changes I'm not.
I sorry, I just lied. Poking.
I don't know. I just assume it's it's just some freak that has you at gun, just an average person that has you at gunpoint.
So that's what I'm saying.
To play with them.
The average person might be playing like a popular game. So I would pick a game that most people wouldn't play. So
it has to be some anime fighter that no one's heard of.
Yeah. So I would
choose Gunbound. That game is like I was obsessed with that game as a kid.
Gunbound.
And the servers I don't think are even.
Oh, it's like this tank game.
But it was like Worms. It was like Worms, but you were in these little tanks, and it had a very iconic soundtrack. And I literally no-lifed that game like every night. I would do my homework at the family computer because that's what people had was their family computer. And I would do my homework at the family computer, and when I was done with my homework, I would turn on Gunbound. Then I would go in the launcher, and I'd be, hanging out, playing that game. I loved it. And I've tried so many other Worms like those type of games. I don't even know what they're called, like what that genre is. Where you like Worms, shoot the artillery kind of games, right? Where you like shoot at an angle and then it's all about like angling your shots. And dude, I was great at that. So I would choose Gunbound. And I guarantee you the person holding me at gunpoint would have never played Gunbound before. So they're getting purple manned.
Yo, relax. Relax, you freak! Getting purple man is a crazy thing to say to a human being. You have to understand how psychotic you sound.
You do realize that's also a Five Nights thing. So there's two contexts to that.
You have to understand how crazy
it's a Five Nights. How is it a Five Nights at Freddy's?
Because the purple man is a thing of Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know exactly who that is, but I know that's a thing in that.
I'm referring to
murderer. Isn't insane. It sounds like you're roofing somebody, Roger.
That's not at all what it is.
What do you mean? It's not. It's what it sounds like. It's what it sounds like.
Okay. The next one is for me. I don't think I should even answer this though.
Then don't.
It's the most memorable thing I've seen on 4chan as a teen.
Oh, I have an answer to this.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll
I'll decide if I should.
raw fight the power, that old animation of like the stick figure
That's
that
it?
fights all of the weird. Yeah, I mean that was 4chan back in the day.
No, man, I saw.
Okay, maybe you should move on.
I
Maybe wait a minute.
I know straight up the worst thing I saw on there. I'm definitely not saying it.
Definitely
I saw
don't.
something.
It still
I saw
disturbs me.
I saw someone fuck a snake. It was one of the worst videos I've seen in my life. And now you all have to live with that.
I was about to say, what the
We were on different internets.
What? I can't even wrap my head around that. Like, what?
It was one of the worst videos I've seen
He
in my
tried to
life.
wrap his head around that too.
Jeez.
So
I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it.
But
Okay, anyway.
please don't end on that. Please.
I'm
please have a better question.
some viewer questions.
I'm skipping through stuff.
Okay,
From
Can y'all
yeah,
submit
like,
better questions? Like, it shouldn't be this hard to get good
Well,
questions.
no, it's just this one I didn't understand. That's all.
Oh, okay.
This one's from Griff Nell. With the Switch 2 out and most first-party franchises having a new entry, what are you expecting? / what innovations and new titles would you want to see from the Switch 2 at this point? I just want games, is what I want.
Yeah,
my
I
console.
agree.
Like, I need is it a February Direct? I guess it has to be. Like,
I think it's this month. I actually think it's like within the next 2 weeks.
It needs to hit.
Because to me, I don't think they're gonna want to compete with Pokemon. I think Pokemon Presents Pokemon Day is probably going to be
30th anniversary.
Especially when you're not just taking into consideration like the main obvious things like Gen 10 and TCG and stuff. I think that is probably going to be an extremely long Pokemon Presents, and it's actually probably going to be a good one, as opposed to like a lot of.
I think we're getting 40 minutes
dedicated to mobile. I think so too. I think it's a big, chunky Pokemon Presents.
I think it'll be more substantial than people are expecting.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Like I think there's going to be other spin-offs and side stuff, and so to me, I don't think they want to compete with that the same month. So I feel like I don't know, especially with all this weird Eurogamer stuff that's leaking that I'm sure we're going to talk about on the show. It's like with release dates, I think it's sooner rather than later that we're going to get a direct mainline one.
I'm just tired of gimmicks being masked as innovations, and I just need games to play on this console, man.
This is maybe like a different discussion, but I've heard this from a lot of people saying like, yeah, I have nothing to play on my Switch 2, but I don't know. I feel like between the stuff that's been ported to it, like maybe this is just because I've fallen into Yakuza, and Yakuza is very long. That's like a franchise that every game is like 40 hours.
Choose
to
buy all your games on your Switch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess that's a big part of it, right? Is that I play stuff on my Switch too. Yeah, that I like playing it on Switch too. I guess that's true. Yeah, I didn't really consider that.
Yeah, I don't.
I feel like I have plenty of stuff to play.
I'm gonna be honest. I have yet. How long have we been back from Japan? I've yet to unpack it.
November, early November.
I've yet to unpack my Switch 2. It's still packed away in the case.
Wow.
I'm playing Animal Crossing again, so it's nice that I'm using it. But
yeah, Animal Crossing, Kirby. I feel like I play Kirby every day.
I played my PlayStation more than I played my Switch.
Wow.
There's also the new Mario Wonder levels that we don't know anything
about.
I
don't care about. Yeah, I don't care about that.
I don't either. Unless they show something crazy.
Yeah.
For like Switch 2 stuff, I want to see what Monolith Soft cooks on next with a console that isn't like generations behind. Finally,
they got to be at the Direct, bro.
Yeah.
How about I get my Xenoblade X 60 FPS patch instead of fucking $5? Here's the megaphone in Animal Crossing.
That too.
I think
Xenoblade,
those games I think are eventually going to be like Switch 1 to Switch 2 free upgrades as opposed to Switch editions, because I don't see them like adding that much more content to it. So,
I said this
usually
on the main show.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
The playing Xenoblade X at 60 FPS is one of the best experiences I've had with a Nintendo title. Flying around like 4K 60 FPS, it was like seamless. Dude, it was perfect.
I'm so desperate to just emulate it at 60 FPS now because I want to.
It was so good. Next is to me again, and to anyone else this may apply to. With the Mega Man series seemingly back following Dual Override's announcement, and the Battle Network collection selling stupid fast, how likely do you think Battle Network 7 is? Well, there's a Battle Network mobile game that is like the worst kept secret that's been in development for I don't know how long now. So like that has to happen first.
They mean like a game, though. They don't mean like the mobile game, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. Like that's so far out because the mobile game has to happen. I feel like.
How much we talked about like the new Mega Man, but like, are people excited around us that it's classic Mega Man? Because I feel like for me, I would prefer like Mega Man Zero style. But
like X?
No, like Zero, like the GBA.
Well, Zero, they'd have to make like a whole new thing because the story's over with Zero. But I guess they could have done another ZX, but I don't know. Yeah, people just like because Classic's safe. I think they want to bring Mega Man back into the spotlight, and the safest way to do that's just with Classic first. Because with X, there are way more shitty X games than there are good ones because it's so experimental and all over the place compared to actual Mega Man.
Do we prefer classic Mega Man or do we prefer X? Like in general,
I like X better. To be fair, I think my favorite is Battle Network. I would say Battle Network. Then I would say Battle Network.
Favorite, but I like
Classic, and then like Zero, and then whatever else after that. Yeah.
The next question is from Jew2. All right, you got it. Would you rather there be more video game adaptations of your favorite properties or book, TV show, movie adaptations of your favorite video games?
The latter.
Former.
Oh.
Wow. Instantly.
Okay.
Yeah, probably more video games for me.
What was the question?
Do you want more video game adaptations of your favorite properties, or do you want book, TV show, or movie adaptations of your favorite video games? I think
Can I say neither?
I don't. It's hard for me to because
even like, dude, the news coming out.
I have
God
no
of War
faith in these kinds of things.
I'm like, I don't even know if this God of War show is gonna work, bro.
All I know is that if they made a video game based on Inception, that would probably be pretty sick. Where you're like timed heist, and you've got like because like imagine you're like in a dream, right? You have a timed like 5 minutes to finish this heist, and then you have to like strategically kick yourself down to a lower dream level to complete certain things, like to extend your time. I think that idea could be really cool. I'd play an Inception video. You wouldn't want that? That's how I took this. Is like, what are some of your favorite movies, and would you rather have them as video games, or would you rather have your favorite video games as shows? And I'm like, Coast. I see the God of War stuff.
Seeing Inception as a game would be interesting.
An Inception game would be sick. Howl's Moving Castle game would be fire, dude. Like, what are you talking about?
It's just I think with people, video game adaptation, like both ways, the quality of them is always crazy low. So people immediately think of like bad stuff or just assume bad.
Yeah, but I also think that like there are more. I think if you're speaking on the average, there are just as many adaptations both ways that are good and bad. It's just like percentage wise. It's just the volume.
I think we're on the rise now. Good. Like we're getting a lot more.
Yeah, for a while there it was rough.
Yeah, we're getting a lot more stuff now that is like people who are making these actually care about the property. It's not just Hollywood being like, oh, we can make money on this. So like you're seeing good stuff because the people care about the source material. Like the difference between the first Sonic trailer to what Sonic movies are now is like night and day.
Like it's also like I think it also depends on like what kind of things you like because like Roger was saying he was talking about Inception being a game. My first thought was wow, Hades as a TV show would be insane. Like
is it an anime or like is it a live action show?
I mean that wasn't the question.
No, I guess that's true. Yeah, no, you're right.
Like,
man,
or
imagine FF9 as a TV show. Wow, wouldn't that be cool?
That would have been so awesome.
It'd be better as a game.
That would have been awesome.
This is from Richie. What's an unexpected hobby you guys have that strays far from video games? Well, for me, it's just stand-up comedy right now.
Musical theater.
This goes way back. I don't know if I ever told any of you any of this, but when I was like when I was 16, I actually was practicing to be a contortionist, taking lessons and stuff like that.
Like fitting into like boxes.
No, that's a part of it. That's,
Zuri, I know you're doing the
enterology.
thumbnail
That's
this
just a
week.
part of it.
Please, I beg
No.
of you, please
No.
do McDareth contorting in a
Zuri
box, and
is
all of
not
us like
doing
with a
it.
shot tape.
It is not
Please.
just okay. That is not the
Whoever
whole
is
part
doing
of
the
it.
thumbnail, that's the thumbnail. That's got to be the
literally-
thumbnail. Is you contorting into a box, and all of us, it like
No, that's the Wisdom Eel doodle. The Wisdom Eel doodle.
The doodle is yes, it's McDareth being contorted into.
It's all
like
of us.
a GameCube.
It's all of us
And all
shoving him
being
into a
"Whoa."
crate. It's all of us shoving him into a crate.
But he's got to
How'd
look
they go this
contorted.
way?
Like you have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
No wonder it's so easy for him to bend over backwards for Sonic. So.
Got it,
Okay.
man.
Fair.
Mm.
That's fair. I hope.
That's very funny.
Bang, 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 bang.
But no, that was I don't know. I was always like flexible as a kid, and then I went to see Cirque du Soleil and was just like impressed. So then went online, found the guide of
I'm
how
sorry,
to practice, and then
I
found a
find it
studio.
so funny. You see a guy that looks like he's about to die because he's like snapping his body in half, and you're like, I want to do that.
Because they're not dying. Obviously, it's like it's
No, but
master of the human form. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's so bewildering when it's just
Well,
like,
it's just like I guess it's just like you have to be wired a certain way. It's like when people see
Yeah.
cave diving and they're like,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
do that.
You could. I don't think there's any. Literally, I don't think there's any sum of money on Earth that you could pay me to cave dive. Not
Yeah,
a
no.
single sum of money, because that's instant death for me. I know already. I would die.
all right,
something
guys, some goal
stupid's
for
gonna
Roger
happen.
to cave dive.
It's not happening. You can,
But yeah, I need more hobbies because I literally just go tell joke, come home and rot.
I'm also
work.
going to start stand up this year. I'm very excited. So when I start, Zeph, you and I can. I want to show you how it goes.
play each other shows. Yeah, exactly.
That'd be fun.
Get guaranteed audience, and then you can hype each other up and be like, "Man, the energy's so good in here."
If we go to Chicago, we could find an open mic and
Yeah,
try
that'd
it.
be
Oh, I
fun.
could direct you. I used to do comedy sports. I
Yeah.
literally used to do comedy sports. I
Dude,
could take
wait,
you.
that would
Yeah.
be a funny ass piece of content. And we all try stand up.
Japan time stand up.
Oh my god.
That would be so funny.
That would be actually crazy if we just took like an open mic in comedy sports for the whole
Or
week
even,
and
or
all
even
of us
doing like an
just signed up.
improv show or something like that.
That would be very funny actually. Yeah.
That would be
I,
fun.
I think to answer the question for me that strays away from video games, I mean, other than obviously music, would probably, I mean, yeah, I mean, I know a lot about theater production and just a lot about production in general. That's kind of like my job. So it's like, I don't know if that's, I mean, I guess if you want to count also history as a hobby, but it's more of a profession. I don't know.
I was thinking about going full geezer and learning how to knit because I'm good at
Crocheting is very big right now.
I'm
Yeah.
good
True.
at sutures, so I think I could knit maybe. I don't know if that translates at all.
We should just
No,
make this
don't-
into like the fucking Try Guys, except we don't cheat on our wives.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
All right. My Discord froze for a sec. That was great. Let me just this is from Sound Bomber Emperor. Genuinely curious, how does Roger feel about Epic the musical?
No comment.
Bro?
He didn't watch it.
No, I am aware of it. People want me to do reactions to it.
Oh.
I have heard a lot of the music. It means a lot to a lot of people. It's one of those things that I can tell.
Oh.
Like, whenever people suggest it, it really
So if
means a lot.
you're
to
scared
people.
if you don't like it, then it's
I've heard a lot of the music, and I don't think it is my kind of musical theater music. So,
Roger, you know what you need to do again? I only thought about this because I was watching a TikTok where it was rating TV shows based on their IMDb per episode or whatever. You should redo your reactions for Once Upon a Time.
brother, those would be so funny. I would actually, because that show is like objectively horrible in parts. It's like, and especially once it's
what's funny is the TikTok I was watching, it was like the first 4 episodes got rated like 7.5, and then every other episode is like an 8.0 and up.
It is until season 3. Basically, for anyone who's never seen Once Upon a Time, the first season is one cohesive story about this woman who doesn't know whether or not she's in this world with fairy tale characters, right? Then, obviously, she discovers she is. And so where does the show go from there? So it starts adapting other fairy tale characters and like involving them and who they are in the town. So the second season is very much themed after like Peter Pan. It's like Neverland, Captain Hook, Peter Pan, Rumpelstiltskin, how they all interact. The third season, the first half is Frozen, and the second half is The Wizard of Oz. And after that, something happens at the end of the third season that becomes Arthurian myth. And from there, it is...
Bro, this just sounds like live-action Kingdom Hearts.
It is not... Well, it kind of is. That was the appeal of it, right? Was, how are you going to see this character interacting? But once it hits season 4, it's like downward spiral.
They go into the poo world, and it is just
crashes
awful.
And plummets, and it's miserable. Like,
they
and then
100 acres, it's over.
They start like recasting, and because they run out of ideas. So there's like, now we're going to tell you the author of the book. This is like the guy who's playing Walt Disney. But now there's like an alternate version of Cinderella, and here's an alternate and it's just like it gets so stupid and bad. Yeah.
They did the Disney multiverse shtick in Once Upon a Time.
They did. They literally did. Yeah. And they do a time skip with the little kid from the first season, then getting older, and then having his own kid, and then there's like a whole other book, and yeah, it's terrible. Yeah. The first 3 seasons are pretty good though. Yeah.
The next question's from Cole, the CEO of Tylenol. Hypothetically, if the Japan Time crew were in the Beast games, which cast member would and would not press the button to screw over the rest of their cast members?
100% pressing that button.
Me too. I would hope every single person on this call would click the $1 million.
Yeah,
button.
that's my thing. Is I would be disappointed if.
Me too.
No one did.
I don't think McDareth does it.
So I read this question and I don't know what's the context.
So Mr. Beast is hosting games, right? And during these games, you're on a team. And one of the people from one of the teams was pulled up and he was told, okay, there's going to be this bad thing that happens to your team if you hit this button, but you'll get $1 million and leave the games right now. And so obviously the guy hit the button and got $1 million and like left his team to fail, essentially. Like that's the gist of it, right, Zeph?
Yeah. Because like
obviously I'm abandoning all of you.
It would be irresponsible for you to not do that.
Yeah, I would be mad at you for not taking the $1 million.
That's what I'm saying. I would too. Yeah, I would.
You just ruined your family's life.
Stupid.
No comment.
I know him.
No comment.
The next question is for you, McNair, though. Would you rather a new mainline Sonic game Frontier sequel or turn-based RPG?
Fuck. Like, who's making this RPG? Because if I could get,
this is from Hot Soup as well.
If I could get Atlas to actually make a Sonic RPG, I might go for that.
Anyone that isn't BioWare.
Nah, Alice is too busy hitting that. Too busy with the fucking P5.
So you'd go RPG if it was a good developer?
Yeah, definitely would.
This next
How about this?
insane.
How about this? The next Sonic platformer is made by Yacht Club Games, and the next Sonic RPG is made by Obsidian.
Obsidian?
I mean, I'd take Obsidian.
That'd be so weird.
Like, when I first read this question, that's when I asked if I wanted a new game or a remake, and it's like, I'm the wrong person to ask about remakes, but like an RPG, as the one fan of Sonic Chronicles and the Dark Brotherhood, yes, I want another RPG, but it's just like, I just know it's probably not happening, even though
I honestly
I
think
got you
High
up.
Fantasy
I
Sonic
got you
can
up on
go
Sonic
super
Chronicles.
hard.
Well, High
maybe
Fantasy
that's just
Sonic
me.
happened already.
No, but I like if it's done properly.
Yeah, because they just did Sonic and the Black Knight, but like if they did that and fleshed it out, yes, I also think it could be a really cool story. But yeah, I mean, I'm I'm still waiting because well, they were supposed to announce the Game Awards. They didn't. It's the 35th anniversary, so most likely we are going to get a new mainline game this year. We just don't know in what form yet. It's most likely going to be a Frontier sequel, which I'm fine with personally, but yeah, I would love an RPG.
The next question's like, this is from Diz.
Yeah,
for some reason, he wants to know everyone's position on the political spectrum and favorite president of our lifetime. And he said a fellow Canadian.
So he
Our
wants
position on the political spectrum and our favorite presidents?
Your favorite U.S.
I don't have a favorite president. I'm not American.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
Ford.
right.
Obama. So there's the answer there. And political spectrum, I was more Democrats, but honestly, at this point, the Democratic Party is also, to me, is just, it's the circus of it all has annoyed me, so I'm pretty independent at this point.
I think it's impossible with all the hysterics now to it. Like before, I think being a centrist was bad. Being a fence sitter and never deciding anything is stupid. But it's impossible. Like if I think only well-adjusted people, like you have to be. You can't be all in on one thing.
I do. I definitely skew left, but
yeah, I lean heavier
I'm
left
not like,
than right.
I think the easiest way to describe it is I skew left, but I'm not a blue skyer. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Like,
that's the perfect.
I think that's the way to describe. I can't like there is. Well, you know exactly the type of people I'm talking about, right?
Bro,
And
I was
like,
literally I was scrolling Twitter earlier and there's a Blue Sky tweet. I swear their whole fucking persona is just dunking on Trump, man. Like, make your platform better.
Yeah, and it's like we don't like him. Yeah, okay, move on. But like we understand. Like, how can we actually fix things? Well, let's just complain. Oh, all right, well, fine. All right,
Yeah.
that's cool. Also, yeah, I feel like Obama is the only choice in terms of modern presidents that you've got a bunch of Epstein
I don't know,
Island
man.
prisoners
Lyndon
and-
B. Johnson's up there for me.
No, but it specifically was presidents in our lifetime, right? So it would have to be
it was
it
our
would have to be-
lifetime. I was
right,
joking
so it's-
around and I
you would
fucking
have to
said
choose,
Ford.
You would have to choose between Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, Trump, and Biden.
Yeah.
So it's like obviously you're going Obama. Like what? There's no question there.
It's either Obama or like because Biden's safe too because he didn't really do nothing. He's just old.
He's
Well,
so old.
my
and
whole
he
issue
screwed
with-
things up by not leaving early.
Yes,
He did
like
not
my whole
head
problem
down.
with him
Yes.
is that one, he should not have been pushed to run in the first place. He already had
Exactly.
dementia. He gets in, and then like he doesn't just step down. He's like, I can run again until that debate where it's obviously it's just like, yeah, your mind's going, bro. What are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
like,
I hope that satisfied you. I don't know why you wanted to know that. This is from Jutu again. Is there a video game that you love and adore so much that you won't accept any kind of slander towards it? No, I don't. I think I'm pretty fair. I don't.
That you
I don't.
won't
Yeah, I
accept
don't
slander towards?
think-
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think I'm well adjusted enough to understand that everything can be criticized and nothing
Unless
is
it's like
perfect.
stupid bullshit someone's saying that's just wrong. Then
yeah, I feel like a good sign of something you love is when you can take criticism and understand it sometimes, and not just be well. Mostly we're kind of blind protectors nowadays, but like I feel like a
Yeah.
good side is understanding the bad parts of the things that you like.
yeah.
Totally agree. I wish there were more One Piece fans who felt that way. It'd be great. It'd be a good
Sorry,
world to
bro.
live in.
You have to love
Yeah.
all of it.
I know.
There are some things about One Piece that are trash. I will
100%, of
confidently
course.
say that, bro.
Of course.
This is a kind of fun question from Spiegel. Do you have a particularly memorable, annoying, or toxic meta game you've had to play against / with in a game?
Fucking how many metagames in Yu-Gi-Oh that I have to deal with? Jesus fucking Christ.
I played League of Legends from 2009 to 2014. So
Yeah. Wait, so say the question again?
The most
Uh,
toxic or annoying meta that you've had to play against. Like,
or with.
I'm just going to answer this one easily. Bayonetta Smash 4.
Yeah,
That
mine's going
was
to Bayonetta.
just atrocious.
Yeah.
Smash 4 Bayonetta is just not fun at all.
Well, I think I have everybody beat because there's no meta on Earth that was as toxic, as weird, and as almost indecipherable than Smash 4 the first 2 years at Xanadu specifically. Holy fuck. Was Xanadu the weirdest? Not indicative of the rest of the fucking world meta ever. Like everyone's just like,
wait. Please remind me.
So you just have to deal when the rest of the world has to deal with like, man, Sheik's really good. Like these sword Barth's really good. Everyone in MDVA who's going to Xanadu has to worry about their Luigi matchup. They got to worry about their Ness matchup. They got to fucking worry about their Donkey Kong matchup. They got to fucking worry. They got to worry about their Duck Hunt matchup. They got to worry about their they got to worry about their Diddy matchup. Not even.
Paisley,
you got to.
Acid's gonna come down, so you better know to play against Falcon.
Yeah, you got to worry about your Falcon matchup. You got to worry about your Falco matchups. Actually, like it's just everyone's playing these weird tier 2 characters, and it's just like no one gets practice against anything top tier. It was so funny. And then everyone just loses
when everyone plays mid tiers because mid tiers are annoying as fuck.
Yep.
No, they're not. They're cool.
When they're like yours and they can't really move around, they're all right. But in Smash 4 mid tiers, that means you have a gimmick of some kind, and I don't want to play.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
Yeah, I will forever say the Firewall Dragon era of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or fucking Sky Striker Salamangreat era of Yu-Gi-Oh! Was literally what made me stop playing that fucking game. Jesus Christ.
Okay, that Macro Rabbit. Let's go.
My God.
Turn one, play Macro Rabbit, set 5 pass. Yes, go.
I actually thought of a TCG one when you guys said that. Is when I was I was little because I must have been like 6 or 7 or something. My local community college hosted the first like Pokemon TCG like tournament things, and the prize for one of these to win was an Aerodactyl pre-release Aerodactyl fossil card. Cool. And I remember wanting to win so badly, and I had this weird like Blastoise deck, and every other deck that I fought against like 30-year-olds as little 7-year-old Roger, I was using this Blastoise deck against a bunch of Haymaker decks. If you guys don't remember what Haymaker was, this was in the early day where like it was cards that didn't evolve, that had like 80 or 90 HP.
It was like Hitmonchan,
that did damage. It was Hitmonchan, Electabuzz, and Scyther, where they had mostly colorless or like 1 or 2 other energy, and you would mix the energy. And you would just fire these off, and they would have like energy retrieval. Bro, it was a nightmare to deal with. But I got through it, and I won the tournament. But Haymaker specifically, Haymaker Pokemon, early days, that was the deck. And it was toxic, but I wouldn't say it was like annoying to play. It was just, oh, here we go, here's another one. Whereas like Bayonetta actively made me want to destroy my Wii U. And I don't even have a Wii U anymore, and I think partially that's because of Bayonetta.
This is a PSA to anyone who still does have their Wii U. Make sure it's plugged in if you ever want to turn it on again, because it will brick.
What will brick?
The Wii U. If it spends too much time not plugged in, it bricks.
There's
a chance to brick.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
So I have mine. Mine is literally plugged in, sitting next to me for that reason, just so I could play Smash 4 if I wanted to with mods.
Just play 3DS, man.
Bro, no. Well, that's funny. I booted up a 3DS that I never updated, and I was like playing it, and it was like, why the hell did I pick Falco in this game?
Oh, speaking of
so much worse.
Speaking of 3DS, this is not a question, but that I submitted, but I was going to submit one because I was curious. What is everyone's favorite? We'll start. What is like everyone's favorite like tech video game FGC even term? Like that's not a word or like a double word. Like basically
a term that's used in FGC.
Like it can be FGC. Those are obviously the most has the most like vocabulary. But like, what's your favorite like what's your favorite like video game? Like for me, it's a tie between like vectoring. I think vectoring is so funny because you have to know what vectoring is first.
Yeah.
And then someone already beat me to it. Meaty is so funny to me. Meaty is
Meaty. Yeah, Meaty's a good one.
Remember 2014 Meaty? And I got fucking shamed for that, even though everyone fucking loves Meaty.
But yeah, what's everyone's favorite? Chat, I want to know what's yours. What's your favorite? Rekka? Rekka's pretty good.
Like fundies.
Fundies.
I like the classification of zoner. I just like calling someone a zoner in real life.
Like derogatory?
Yeah.
Bro, I do this all the time. Obviously, you guys hear me talk. I use FGC terms just in real life in my real conversation. It's always funny to me. B&B is really good. Happy birthday is really good.
It's not a funny like term. Like it just sounds like a regular thing. But low fears just makes me think of like some of the drag queen or something. I love it.
Low fears.
Yeah, low fears.
Oh my god.
That would be my drag queen name. Low fears.
In the blender is one I use a lot too. When someone's in the blender. I still say no Johns.
You know, John.
No Johns is a good one actually too. No Johns is very good.
Merry Christmas and Happy Birthday to me have always been funny to me.
We're at the last few now.
Yeah, let's go.
Nice.
This one is just 2 seconds. It's what do you guys think of poutine? Do you think it deserves to be a staple of Canadian cuisine?
Never had it.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Yes, and people talk about poutine too much.
Yeah,
I think
Those are
poutine
the
is
cheese fries, right?
I think poutine is overhyped. It's maybe that's just because I'm Canadian, but
well, it's fries, cheese, and gravy. It's like impossible to fuck it up.
yeah.
You haven't had it yet.
And it's not. It specifically has to be cheese curds. If it's shredded cheese, it doesn't count.
I also think it specifically has to be from Montreal.
You have to go to Montreal.
I genuinely think if you want genuine poutine, you have to go to Montreal and have it.
This is crazy that this is going to fire this off
in Vancouver or something.
You guys talking about poutine and us like talking about planning for the Chicago trip that we're doing for Combo Breaker, you know, which obviously is not going to be nearly as expensive as the Japan one. It's going to be easy. I almost kind of want the 2027 trip to be Canada because I've still never been. I think that'd be kind of fun.
Like somewhere in
because there's 4 of you up there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like
we're all near each other.
Yeah, right. I think honestly a Japan time Canada trip would be fun.
Japan Canada's actually not that expensive flight.
No, I think that would be fun. Yeah.
I mean, I'd be down.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
What's the big event that happens in Canada that we would do it around?
We're definitely going to
Jungle, or
well, there's like Anime North, there's Fan Expo, there's all there's stuff like that.
I prefer not to do a Smash, but people.
Yeah.
Just like a general
we want it to be
thing, maybe.
around an event because Fan Expo would probably be the biggest one.
Yeah.
What month is that in?
Normally August, September, one of those months.
Because this August I wouldn't be, but next August I think.
We're talking about next year, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, right.
I think.
If the Chicago trip is so cheap, then we can maybe just
it's August this year.
Yeah. Also, War Champ.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to make it if we were going to do that, though.
There's also Toronto Comic Con.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff that happens in this
trip
area.
would be fun, I think. Yeah.
War Champ and I were also talking about MagFest for next year. That it would be very.
I've always wanted to go, and I
can go to MagFest.
Yeah,
I would really love to go. Yeah.
The thing too is that because I own, it's a little far, but I own a house. Like
that's true. Yeah, right.
So like people can just crash here, and I'm going to try to get a panel for us. Well, at least one. McDareth will probably handle the app, but then I'm also going to see if I can get some people to perform. So I'm going to try to get Token down as well, and like because a lot of us are on the East Coast, so like
because MagFest. That's totally doable if it's right after Christmas, you know.
Because it's literally the first event of the year. It's literally
right.
So like,
I've always wanted to go, but it's always been like weird. Whereas I think if I had a flight out of Chicago from Christmas time into MagFest would actually work. I can.
Dan.
Huh?
Imagine Ricky 2026 Caravana.
Ricky can't. Ricky, he'll get deported.
Deported?
That would be so funny.
I will say, apparently, getting the panels at MagFest is kind of hard because, like, maybe it's not, but they like rotate pretty heavily on all their stuff because they get so many applicants. Like this, like Spiff was like Oz from Spiff Space was telling me they've been applying every year. This is the first year they got in, and even like the person who was like handling all the vendors came around and talked to me like I was one of them because I was working there. But they were even saying that like, oh, when you apply again, because you have to apply again even if you get in. Sometimes they don't even keep the people they already had because they keep rotating who's in.
Oh yeah, no, they rotate everywhere, which is why I'm saying like because we have all of our numbers and like now that we actually can prove that people actually watch our shit, we're way more likely to get in.
That's true. That's true. I definitely should try. I think it'd be fun.
And even if we don't, we could just like a lot of people do. They just do like meet and greets.
Yeah, they
like
just
at
show
random
up anyway.
Yeah.
And Warchamp can make his sign finally say Warchamp and Japan time.
Yes, it's true.
There you go.
Okay. Next is from JT, and it's what's a game or a TV series you gave up on, like you started it and you realize. I think everyone we talk about these pretty often.
Last of Us 2. Last of Us 2. Last of
You
Us 2.
start and you fall off.
Last of Us 2. Last of Us 2.
Not if I dislike something, I kind of forget it. The anime I have hated the most is JTAH E14. Do not watch it.
I've never heard of it.
It is like, because I like I said, every season I've just been checking. I see new things. It's like, oh, this is like samurais from the past and the future and doing all this stuff. It is so fucking ugly. The 3D animation sucks. The story sucks. Like I like the fact that I still remember this piece of shit. It tells you how much I hated it. And no, I'm not that type of person. So yeah, JTAH E14. Don't watch it.
Nothing immediately pops into my mind because like if I start to get bored or dislike something, I have no issue just stopping. I know some people have a problem with that and they just like force themselves.
Sunk cost fallacy on watching a show or a game is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like if you're just not having fun with it, just stop
consuming
it.
And finally, this is from Real Hoodie Hours. Has anyone here been in a local news interview? Would any of the cast be open for a relaxed interview? Being what? I'm not sure if that's a typo that I'm not.
What?
I don't know, but anyway, I've already interviewed some of the cast and love to do it again.
I have done local news interviews.
I have not. I'm too autistic.
Dan said I was on the local news, I think.
You were.
I also think I was, yeah, but I don't think I did an interview, but I was. I was on the local news when I fell off a ride at a fair. So.
I was in a newspaper. That's for donating shells as my Eagle Scout project.
Yeah, I'm sure if you reach out to people and they want to do it, they will get back to you. But that's all the questions. So I think we are good. This was a good episode. The last like 2, I've been dead because I've been fucking dying in real life from working nonstop. So this episode was a big step up. Thanks for listening and see you next week.
Woo!
Right? Next week?
Next week, yeah, we got a main show next week.
This show doesn't suck.